think we are live. I'm live, apparently. I think. Let's make sure. Let's just make sure we are all good. I think so. Oh, is chat still on the screen? Let me just move you guys down into this corner. Perfect. All good. Perfect! So I am live. Let me just make sure the sound mixing is okay. Oh, lovely slowpoke. Oh no, I might pick something else. This is actually a bit noisy, this track, even with the loud stuff. Oh, Elder Scrolls, that'll work. Don't have an ad. Good. There we go. 3 hours of just Elder Scrolls ambience. That'll do a trick for a build. No, how dare you? No, I mean, I like the Pokemon music, but it was just a bit too, like, I don't know how to say it, like, the chiptune kind of nature of it was just a bit too much for just trying to fade it into the background. Hello, did we just start? Yes, I've literally just gone live, and like a bloody idiot, I forgot to do the scheduled stream page when I made the post saying, hey, we're going to be live. Like, so, I don't know how this is going to go. It's already off to a bad start. But yeah, we're continuing the Deity Build stuff today. And as far as this time goes, I know last time we were kind of doing basically any deity. I think this time I might want to focus on ones that can actually be selected in-game, but we'll see how things go. Hello, Ilya, Phantom, Matria, and Sin. Also Sin. I gave you my Discord as a measure of trust. Hello, Nicolaj. Good to see you. I hope I've pronounced that right. Yes, no, we'll just give everyone a couple of minutes to kind of get in here, and then we'll start thinking about it. We'll get started. We better cover Leviathan or I will cry. I'm interested in doing Leviathan. We'll see. Like I say, we'll give it a couple more minutes for people to be able to come in, and we'll go from there. But yeah, hopefully this will be quite good. Looking forward to it. You trusted a stranger? Sin's fine. He's fine. He's alright. We had fun in Lethal Company last week, so yeah. I added him on Discord after that. I'm going to make a Discord server soon for everybody to join. I just haven't got round to it yet. Because I'm not sure how to moderate it. That's the only problem. Like, otherwise, I'm okay with doing it. I just have to figure out how to moderate it. That's all. Because I don't want things to get weird. As they tend to do. You all need to behave today. Stranger? No, well, I mean, nah, not really anymore. If I'm being honest. I know you guys a bit now. Yeah, are you feeling better, Sin? Because you were a bit sick last week. Let's just make sure everything is still good as far as the stream health is concerned. Okay, I think we're doing pretty all right now, so I will give it maybe about another minute or so for people to kind of join in, and then we'll get to the voting. On the next thing, we'll get some ideas. In fact, maybe I'll get the straw poll up now and we can kind of get started. We're going to do this the same way as we did last time. If I could actually spell. But yeah, much better now. My voice is fully cry ready. Come on, you love doing the stress build. Yeah, looking back on it, it was obviously quite funny. But like at the time I was dying. Oh, hello! I'm so sorry, I'm going to butcher this. Jacopo Genovese? I'm sorry, I'm really bad with other names. Is Jacko alright? Good to see you, you're not a familiar name. Glad to have you on the stream. Which build first? Like, who wouldn't love those shoes? Yes, that build is going to come out on Wednesday. I still have to record it, but and get it all ready. But yeah, it's going to come out on Wednesday, because Wednesday's Valentine's Day. Yes? Okay, cool. Thank you very much. That makes it a bit easier for me. So, multiple choice. Option 1. Obviously, I'm seeing Leviathan already, so Leviathan. And if anybody else wants to start giving suggestions for deities to build around, like I say, I kind of want to try keeping it to deities that are selectable in-game. So you know what I'll do? I'll pull up the list, and we can kind of have a look. Joaquin? I've not heard of Joaquin. You've already got Leviathan on the lists in, so Lathander, I'll put Lathander on there. That's a good one. Lathander. Let me have a look at the other deities on the list. Obviously, Yeah, and you got a couple here, obviously, that cannot be selected by a player cleric. Corellian Lotharian. Is he in this game, Victor? Good to see you, by the way. I'm trying to focus on ones that can be selected in-game for now, just because I feel like I'd want to get all of those out of the way first before I keep doing the slightly more obscure ones. Moradin, Merkel, I've done that one. Mistra. I've not done Mistra. I'm high on pick me energy. No, don't worry about it, Sin. It's fine. I'm just trying to make sure that you skipped him. Who did I skip? Sorry? Matria? Kalemvor? Yeah, we could throw Kalemvor on there. I haven't done him yet. Kalemvor. I used Kalemvor for my ninja build earlier this week, but I've not actually done a deity build on him. You skipped him. Who did I skip? Corellian? Did I? Is he on the list? Am I stupid? Am I actually? Oh my god, he is! What? How did I not see that? Yes. Okay, I will put him. I will put him on the list. Absolutely. My apologies. How have I never noticed he's in the game? The elf god of art and magic, chaotic good. Oh, I see why you guys picked him. Chaotic, right there in the name. Associated domains: Arcana, Life, Light, and War. Interesting. Creator of the elves. Oversees the Elfian pantheon as a whole. Provides blessings to those who study art, magic, and nature. This deity can be selected. Ah, that's so cool, actually. You're even on him when you said it? Sorry. This is, like, where everything is on stream. This is the corner of the screen I'm looking at, which is where you guys are. Let me just double check, actually, that I've got all the right settings here. You can kind of see where I'm scrolling across, but last time we did the stream, like, when you could see when, like, the mouse was hovering over, like, you know what it is, the chat, and it was a bit weird. No, it's fine, it's fine. I literally just had no idea. How am I this dumb? So we got Corellian, Kalemvor, who else have we got? Lathander and Leviatar. Any others that we're thinking of? W. Hey, Froggo with the Glocko. I love that name. Oh, I can see literally the profile picture is a speck on my screen, but I like that. And also Rexio, good to see you again, mate. It's been a while. Glad to have you here. Yeah, don't worry about missing streams, mate. It's fine. It happens. Like I don't expect everyone to be able to show up all the time, but it's nice that you're still able to show up when you can. Also Jabron, who mentioned Kalemvor earlier. Good to have you too. By the way, Joaquin is the merchant god of death and trade that traded her divinity to a demon to fund her church. And she's technically in the game with Joaquin's Rest. That is actually really interesting. I like the almost like warlock take on a more holy sort of thing. That's really cool. Tell you what, we've got a decent selection already. Why don't we take these 4 and we'll vote on those? I think that's what we're going to do, because I kind of just want to get straight into it. Hey, what about Tiamat? Hi, Lucas. I've done Tiamat already, albeit it was a while ago now. If you check the description of the stream, I believe it should say all of the builds I have already done before. If I am recalling correctly. Let me actually just double check that on my own little side page here. Your channel. Just to make sure I actually have updated that information. It does, yeah. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Just to make sure I actually have updated that information. It does, yeah. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. It's weird hearing my own voice. I don't like that. I think I'd be used to it. I will fight anyone who doesn't pick Leviatar. Okay, let's go with these ones for now, shall we? Creating poll. Alright, the poll is live. I shall share it with you all. I will post it in the chat for you. And we're off to the races. Let's see. Oh, I could... Alright, so Corellian is first up. Leviatar, obviously, I know who voted for that first. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We're jumping all over the place with this one. Leviatar is at 4. Lathander is at 3. Corellian is at 2. Kalemvor is interesting as a deity of the underworld who is opposed to necromancy. Well, yeah, that makes sense, because if you are a lord of the underworld, you don't want people being ripped out of the underworld. I mean, that makes sense. Alright, well, this is interesting. We've got a tie. Well, we did have a tie. Lathander is pulling ahead so far. Lathander would be an interesting one to do because his deity weapon is in Act 1, so it would actually be really easy to build around. So, yeah. Let's see, let me just make sure chat is working as it's supposed to. Yes. I actually installed a Chrome extension, and I've just reset the chat box like a mong. that actually makes it so it defaults to the live chat and not the top chat. So that chat messages don't get missed, because that kept happening. Cool. Thanks for the not overbuffed but fun build you're providing. It's crack, as someone has said it on the comments. Yeah, I know. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Anyway, it looks like Thunder has won by a pretty sizable margin, but Leviathan was second up. We'll have to see. We'll go for that. There's an extension for that. Yes, I think it's part of the better YouTube extension, which I use anyway. I use like a YouTube improvement extension. Right, the weapon choice is quite easy, Blood of Lathander. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I think we are going to go with Lathander. I think that is going to be our start. Lathander has a weapon in Act 1. Yes, Dominion. We were just talking about it. Good to have you on the stream, by the way. As well as you as well, Phantom Orochi. Right, we're going to start off with Lathander then. Let's give him a read. Explore portals, deities by domain, I guess. I don't know. Let's have a look. I suppose I could search for it. Where's the search bar on this thing? I don't use fandom. It's trash. Usually. Let's have a look at Lathander. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. There we are. Wait, why am I getting an ad for Etsy? No. Go away. There we go, Lathander. Light domain, probably. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Lathander was a Faerunian greater god with a vast portfolio including birth, renewal, spring, and youth, as well as athletics, self-perfection, vitality, and creativity. This guy has the biggest boner for himself. Anyways, the Morning Lord was symbolized by the rising sun. So, Morningwood. I'm sorry, I'm already getting bad. But rather than being the god of the sun itself, he was the god of dawn, which represented the potential of a new day. A god of hope and beginnings, Lathander's name was invoked at the start of new endeavors, whether sealing a new deal or setting out on a new journey. Depending on how long the stream is, I might have to go and get a pizza for dinner. I don't know. Usually I try and get these things done in about 3 hours, but usually these build streams take longer. Oh no, Bard. Oh yeah, lifting babies. Yeah, doesn't he have a statue where he lifts a baby in the air, like actually in-game? We need at least 4 elements monk cleric mix? I don't know. I definitely want to make use of the Blood of Lathander somehow, which I guess we would get... We get Morningstar proficiency? Because I forget, is the Blood of Lathander a Morningstar, or is it a... It is a Morningstar. No, it's not. It's a... What is it? Let's have a look. Of Lathander. Here we are. So I know it's a bit weird. It's a mace, yeah. It's a legendary +3 mace found in Act 1. Strength modifier. Let's just cast Sunbeam. Okay. Let's keep reading about him himself. Hello, Confused Kitty. Good to have you in the stream. And yes, it is a mace. Paladin and Cleric. We did that for Bahamut last time. I might try something a bit different. Because the Bahamut build which went up yesterday was a War Cleric Devotion Paladin. So we'll see. It is a very pointy mace. I know, it should be a Morningstar, because I would actually give it a buff to its damage as well, because it's a D6. But Morningstars are a D8, I think. Let's see here. Let me just double check something. I constantly check the stream health just to make sure we're good. And 43 viewers, holy crap. Okay! Let's see. So yeah, Morning Lord, Commander of Creativity, Inspiration Storm, the Rose and Gold God. I'm seeing a colour scheme there. Bringer of Dawn, Lord of Birth and Renewal. Hi, Jabron, good to see you. I tried an open hand monk light cleric build with Lathander. It was alright. Zim, good to see you. How about a War Cleric throw build for the athletic sort, like a Greek Olympic thing? Oh, maybe. We'll see how we go, because there's a lot of different things we could go with. Description during his numerous visits. Lathander appeared as a giant of a man to match the size of his lover, Shantae? His visage radiated the bright shine of the morning sun, and his hair burned with flaming red-orange fire. This, like, literally everything about this guy, like, the more people say it, like, he does kind of remind me of, like, almost like what a Greek god would be. Like, just how they're very, like, big and large as life and about a bunch of different stuff. Light clerics don't get martial weapons. Okay, interesting. I only thought monk because the sentient amulet fellow was a monk and a follower of Lathander. Is that true? Oh, okay. Don't clerics already get mace proficiency? I believe they do, yes. Didn't we do a cleric and paladin already with Bahamut? Yes, we did. War cleric and devotion paladin. Hello, young Canuck, a fellow Canadian. That's awesome. Monk cleric worked for me when I was rebuilding my Neverwinter Nights character. Yeah, monk cleric is a good combo. I've done it a couple of times. I did the Firelight monk, which was a light cleric mixed with a 4 elements monk. And I think the Blazing Lightning was a 4 elements monk and a Tempus cleric, if I remember correctly. They get simple, so mace. Yeah, they get all simple weapons, that's right. Relationships, don't need to worry about that. Worshippers, here we go, this is kind of what we want to read. I shall let all who dwell in the dark feel your holy dawn, morning lord, hear my prayer. Novices and the fan and faithful called the Awakened. Oh, the Awakened. That screams name of the build already. The Awakened of Lathander's Awakened, the Awakened of Lathander or something. Something in there. Let me just find my page full of stuff real quick, and then I can start taking notes. The Judge of Bahamut has already been done, so let's do the Awakened of Lathander. What about a fighter champion with a cleric multiclass? Maybe. I mean, I'm guessing we're definitely feeling cleric in some way. I mean, obviously we want to take a 1-level dip of it for the the dialogue by picking the deity, and we're obviously going to want radiant damage. Hello, Hammock. Good to see you. But I'm almost wondering, do we want to... There's one spell, because obviously we get Sunbeam from the Blood of Lathander, but it's a different variant of Sunbeam than normal. It can only be cast once per long rest, and it doesn't have the property that Sunbeam normally has, where you can recast it without expending spell slots. And I think the ability to buy the endgame, basically just being able to spam Kamehamehas all over the place, could be really fun. Circle of the Land Druid. That's an interesting idea, because you can get Sunbeam from Druid, Sorcerer, and Wizard, so yeah, I mean, that could work. I don't know, I'll play around with it a bit more. Blood of the Lathander build? Yes, because we're building a Lathander deity build. That's what we're doing. Hello, Christian. What do you recommend for a melee spellcaster as someone who can do the best of both? Look at my left-handed spellsword video. I think that's the best kind of spellcaster melee build I've ever done. But if you want something a bit more simple, just play a paladin, because that's literally what they do, or an Eldritch Knight. Hi, Vlad. Funny choice, be it Githyanki who was bored in the temple after taking it over and just read all the terms and decided to convert. I kind of did that for my Twin Stars build, if you remember correctly. Because I used the Blood of Lathander in that one, as well as the Sacred Stars, so we had the Sun and the Stars. And that was a Githyanki who basically discovered Lathander in the crash and then kind of, like, betrayed them. But hello, Vlad, good to see you. Yeah, Lathander build, that's what we're doing. Also, if you get the Sentient Amulet, it will lose its effects once you free the monk, and as a worshipper of Lathander, you would free him. Yeah, so it would basically just be more of a side quest. You can dual wield with Lathander's Wrath Longsword. Do you mean that's Larinthian's Wrath? That's not Lathander's Wrath, Dominican. Dominion. I apologize. Why did I say Dominican? Oh no, I'm already losing it. So we need something else later. Hello, Hobart. Yes, hello, Vlad. It's good to see you. Good to see everybody. Yeah, let's keep reading Lathander, because I want to learn more about his actual followers. Well, the clerics were known as Dawnbringers! Oh, that's such a good name too, the Dawnbringers. Oh, the Dawnbringer. I love that name. Full priests took a new name in his service when they were ready to signify that Lathander personally recognized and accepted them. The new name could be used either instead of their old name. Yeah, okay. Dawn Greeter, Dawn Lord, High Dawn Lord, Master Morning Lord, Jesus. All of Lathander's clergy respected art, liberty, nature, and culture. But so his domains, well, his domains are life and light, but nature is also a part of it, which is interesting. God of the Sun. Okay. Mainly just kind of getting so we have an idea of what he's about. He's about new beginnings, he's about, like, new things, he's about life and light. Basically everything that's good and optimistic in the world. Hello, Miguel, good to see you here. Hi, Zia, as well. We are building a Chosen of Lathander build today. It's one of my deity builds. Good to have you here as well, Hammock. Vampires, beware, you're in for a scare. Yeah, this is basically the anti-friggin' vampire build at this point. Yeah, the obvious choice is Light Cleric with the Blood of the Thunder. Yeah, Lawbard. I see what you're going for there, Sin. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's actually look at the classes now. I mean, obviously we're using the Blood of the Thunder. It just depends on what we want to use it with. If we just kind of want to use it freehand with a shield, if we want to dual wield. Although, like I say, I've already done a dual wielding build with the Blood of the Thunder, so I don't know. Killer of Undeath. Yeah, that's cool. Multi-class Cleric and Land Druid, maybe? Maybe. Cleric, Sword Bard, Dueler. I guess, yeah, because I guess, well, I did Sword Bard the last time I used the Blood of the Thunder, but it was a dual-wielding build, so maybe dueling would be better? Maybe add some Land Druid, Radiating Orb-based? Yes! Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Radiating... Yeah, because I remembered, because I've done something similar. Again, I forget if it was the Mystic Theurge or the Priest of Balance. One of my older builds kind of did something like this. I can't remember how to freaking spell. Radiating Orb. There we go. Radiating Orb condition. The affected entity has a -1 to attack rolls per remaining turn. It also sheds a bright light in the area surrounding it. And obviously there's items that, you know, deal more damage and stuff while, you know, enemies are illuminated. Valabard could also work. Yeah, that's right. Does Crusader's Mantle work in wild shape? If, well... As long as you can maintain concentration, I assume it would. Hang on. Crusader's Mantle. Let's have a look. Yeah, because it's a, Is it a concentration spell? Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, as long as you can maintain the concentration, it should work well in wild shape, yeah. But I'm not sure, like, how much... I don't know if I want to lean into, like, druid stuff, though. Hello, Horrific Necktie. And Calico Arteo. I hope I pronounced that correctly. You could add the Fabricated Arbalest for an extra Sunbeam shot. I like the way you think. Let me pick that up before I forget. Fabricated Arbalest. What is that in? Oh, it's looted from Gortash, so it's an Act 3 thing, but it would work with this build because it comes with Radiating Orb. And it comes with, like, yeah, a version of Sunbeam. Not quite as powerful, I don't think. Might be the same. But no, absolutely. I think those are the two weapons we want for this build. I think that would make a ton of sense. Yeah, Fabricated Arbalest for sure. Hey, Ragnar, good to see you. Hi, Gabrielle. Just wanted to sweep in and tell you great videos all over. Thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words. You did pronounce it right. Oh, good. Maybe add some Sun Monk. We don't have Sun Monk. Unfortunately, I wish we did. But unfortunately, we don't, because I'm not doing modded builds just yet. But yeah, let's have a look at Crusader's Mantle. What exactly does this do, just since we're on the topic? Radiate a holy power, then emboldens nearby allies. The weapon attacks deal additional radiant damage. Yes, spread the light. We could get that just from a cloak, though, the Mantle of the Holy Warrior, if we desperately wanted that. Lathander did a lot of monk-related things, and get special... Sorry, Open Palm Monk. Oh, yeah, because, what's it called? Open Hand Monk does get radiant damage, doesn't it? Monk Cleric build? Maybe. It's looking like it could go that way, because if we go with Open Hand, right? That's Cleric. Let me go to Monk. If we go with Open Hand, we would get all the usual Monk stuff. We could use the Blood of the Thunder as a Monk weapon, so it scales with our dex, which means we are not too multi-ability score dependent. And we would also get Manifestation of Soul, allowing us to infuse our unarmed strikes with radiant damage with a bonus from our Wisdom modifier as well. But he needs to have his mace. Yes, but basically what you could do is you could hit with the mace on your main attack, as your main attack with your monk weapon, and then Flurry of Blows and use your bonus action unarmed strike as a bonus action. So you wouldn't be losing out on anything. And with Wholeness of Body, we would get an extra bonus action, so we could just go pow, 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 pow. That would be really strong. Does the monk stuff fit with his lore, though? I don't know. This is what I'm thinking. It definitely seems like when you think of all of the Thunder's clergy respected art, liberty, nature, and culture, promoted betterment of oneself, and strove to bring hope to followers and others, that kind of betterment of oneself feels very monkish. And at least it uses wisdom, unlike charisma, so it might be easier to build. That's what I'm thinking. If we put more of a focus onto wisdom and kind of just build a dex-based monk, we can get the benefits of the spell casting. Definitely. If I'm not mistaken, the spirit of the cursed amulet was a Lathander monk. Yes, that would kind of be a side quest, but somebody pointed out that it would probably make sense to free him. So I think you would do the side quest, but you probably wouldn't want to keep the amulet, you know, just because the benefits wouldn't be kept, because obviously you'd free the guy if you were playing this character. We definitely can't make another cleric paladin? No. No, 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 no. Unless... Do we think, right? No. Because you'd think, like, if there was a way to kind of throw 2 levels of paladin in there just for divine smite, normally that would work, because you could do 2 paladin, a lot of levels in one class, and then kind of fit something else on the end, but we'd be losing out on spell slots. That's the only problem. A strength-based monk so we could use Tavern Brawler? Yeah, that could work. But I think with this build I want to focus more on wisdom than dex, and I don't want to use the gloves of dexterity to patch that up, because I know there's some gloves that deal with radiating orb that I think I'd want to use. Personally, I'll be a cleric sorcerer on my Dirge playthrough, but it's not a Lathander build. I bet it's a storm sorcerer build. That's usually the best cleric sorcerer combo. Ancients, Paladin, Cleric. Yeah, I see what you mean, Victor, but literally yesterday's build was a Paladin, Cleric. I don't want to do it twice in a row, even as much as it would make sense. Cleric, Monk with 2 Paladin for Smite. Yeah, my only issue with Paladin and Monk is that Monk doesn't get spell slots. It gets key points. So you'd basically only be smiting like a couple of times before we actually... And then, because the problem is we're going to want the monk stuff, because we're going to want to get extra attack and all that stuff. So we're not going to be getting the higher level spell slots until the very, very end of the build, where we take cleric levels, and then we're taking less of cleric. Ryan Anderson, good to have you in the stream. Pact of the Tomb? What, you mean Warlock? I don't know if Warlock... I don't know. Maybe there's something there. You can use Giant Strength elixirs to get the strength for Tavern Brawler, but I'm not sure if it would fit lore-wise. Yeah, that's my only thing. I don't like using, what do you call it? Temporary items like that, if I can help it. I like to be able to make builds that... and I know the Hill Giant Strength potions last until your next long rest, but I like to just make builds that don't rely on items like that. The only time I made an exception to that rule was when I deliberately built around the Hill Giant Potion Strength with the Pit Fighter. But that's just a personal thing. If somebody wanted to do that, they absolutely could. Also, I think this build is going to be a bit ability score heavy, unfortunately. Club of Giant Strength in the offhand. I see where you're going with that, Hammock. But that would require having to take the dual wield defeat, because the Blood of Lathander is not a light weapon. Oh yeah, Vlad, sorry, I did see your comment, I just didn't read it out. But yes, I see you're going with Draconic Ancestry, which would definitely be a good one. I think this is a link about a sect of Lathander that is made up of fighters. Sorry, Necktie. If you post links in the chat, if I'm assuming that's what you meant, YouTube auto deletes it. So maybe don't do that. Sorry, I'm kind of scrolling back up through chat because I know I missed some stuff, but I think I like the monk idea. And I also like building around radiating orbs, so I'm going to quickly look at the stuff that we can get there. Again, that's why I used the Sacred Star originally, because it synchronizes with it. But I've already done that build, so I want to try something different. Way of the Open Hand, the Coruscation Ring. When the wearer deals spell damage while illuminated by a light source, they also inflict radiating orb. Yep, that synergizes pretty well. Luminous Armor. When the wearer deals radiant damage, they cause a radiant shockwave, which inflicts radiant orb in a radius around us. Basically, we'd be inflicting them with so many turns of radiating orb that they just would not be able to hit us with attack rolls. Oh, sorry, first time on a YouTube stream? Yeah, no. Links do not work in chat. unfortunately, YouTube, there's so many people will post comments with like links to the wiki pages like on my videos, and YouTube doesn't tell me when it blocks comments, it just puts them in the held for review bit, and I have to manually approve them, and every time I do I say, look, don't post links, you basically get shadow removed by YouTube, and I have to manually approve them, and it does not tell me when it does this. In my opinion, Radiating Orb is really good. Lathander build just screams radiant damage. I agree. Hello, Trophy Gatherer. Ilmater is probably going to be a Life Cleric Monk, multiclass. So maybe Light Cleric Druid or Bard for Lathander due to respecting art, nature, and culture. Maybe. Yeah, that's the thing. When you get into a lot of these like kind of deities, I mean, obviously the very nature of deity builds means that Cleric and Paladin are going to be quite common. So it's hard not to have these things overlap. I definitely think we want the Luminous kit. I definitely think so. It's just a case of figuring out what to prioritize level-wise. Yeah, when the wearer deals radiant damage, yeah, Radiant Orb does stack as, yeah, per remaining turn, and there's no upper limit, I don't think. The bright light from this condition counts as daylight, and will affect creatures with sunlight sensitivity. Wow, yeah. Oh, the duration of the condition is limited to 10 turns, so a maximum effect of -10 to attack rolls from this condition. This is a ton of battlefield control with enemies. I think we just stick all of the Radiating Orb gear on this build and go from there. Weapons, so we've got the Blood of the Thunder and the Fabricated Arbalest. We might be able to throw a shield on there too. For the armor, we have the gloves. Obviously the armor. We're kind of just using this armor set because it feels like it was built for this, because the Blood of the Thunder sheds light as well. And the Coruscation Ring also makes sense. And there is a ring that does extra damage when, like, to enemies if they are illuminated, so I'll have to find that as well. Yeah, we definitely need Bard for Corellian, so I'm not certain on giving it to Lathander. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You can also use the Callous Glow Ring for extra bit of radiant damage. Yep, that's what I was just talking about. I wasn't looking at chat. Callous Glow Ring. There we go. Callous Glow Ring deals an additional 2 points of radiant damage against creatures that are illuminated. Yep, that's what I was thinking of. So we've got those two. We just need to figure out a couple of other things. Then we need to start as a cleric for the mace proficiency. Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing, though. I was saying about going with Open Hand Monk for Manifestation of Soul and all this other good stuff, but I'm not married to the idea. Because, like we say, I think Monk is going to come up in a few other builds for other deities. Use the Holy Lance Helm? What's that? Holy Lance Helm. Creatures who miss their attack rolls against the wearer must make a dexterity saving throw or take 1d4. Ooh! That fits perfectly with the build. Yes! That's very good, Dominion. You go to 6 levels of Open Hand Monk, you can apply orbs with every bonus action with Manifestation of Soul plus Flurry of Blows. So mainly martial, or are we going full Gish? That's the question. How much do we want for, like, spellcasting, right? Maybe Ilmater. We might do Ilmater later, because what we'll do is once we finish Lathander, we'll vote on the next one, so make sure you suggest it again later, Canuck. The champion class would sort of lean in on the whole Greek mythological aspect. Medium armor proficiency, that's true, but I think Cleric gets that anyway. Spellcasting secondary? Yeah, because I feel like we get so much out of the equipment already. Not many Radiant spells. We're doing Lathander. Yes, Josie, we're doing Lathander today. Good to have you on the stream. Let me see. So we've got... Let me just check my document here. We have got... I can close that. Yeah, so we have... Oh, we have 2 weapons already, melee and ranged. We have the helmets, the gloves, and the armor, and we have the 2 rings. So we just need to figure out footwear, potential cloaks, stuff like that. It is at the monastery too. Oh wow, that's good. We just need access to some radium spells, but not enough to make them busted, exactly. Yeah, glad to have you here, Josie. Let's see. Let me just check everything. Well, let's have a look at the classes. Obviously, Paladin and Cleric would be the most obvious, and we definitely want some levels of Cleric, and I definitely think Light makes the most sense. Because we'd get, like, Warding Flare, which would be really good, like, blinding people with Light makes a ton of sense. Shield, so the Holy Lance procs more often? Yeah, that actually makes sense. Higher AC means that will proc more often as well. Maybe the character could have scrolls with him. Oh, maybe then a dip into Wizard, but then we'd have to put points into Intelligence, which our head slot's already taken up. 5 Fighter, Paladin 2, Cleric 5. Interesting, Victor. What are you thinking with the Fighter levels there? Just out of curiosity. I am attempting to do a build that is like a man of arms that can utilize many types of weapons to an effective degree. Probably a Battlemaster Fighter is what you're looking for then. Battlemaster Fighter mixed with Swords Bard could give you just all of the weapon skills for both ranged and melee. Take Martial Adept with your extra fighter feat and get even more. And then take the Charger feat as well to get the dash attack. Could be fun. Radiance of the Dawn and Lathander is literally the God of Dawn. Oh yeah! That literally... Yeah, we're making a Light Cleric of some shape or fashion. Absolutely. 100%. Light Cleric gets Fireball. Yeah, exactly. Big stuff. And Daylight as well, which makes even more sense. Like a Champion of Lathander because you said you didn't want to use Paladin too much? Yeah, I know what you mean. Martial Adept is useless for fighters? Not exactly, Vlad. I found that if you want to get as many of the Battle Master skills as you can, Martial Adept is actually really good, because not only does it give you an extra superiority die that you wouldn't normally get so you can use them more often, it also gives you 2 more options. I actually think if you want to make someone who can use a lot of sword skills, it's really good. Especially when Fighter gets an extra feat anyway, so if you play it right, you're not really going to be missing out. Throwing build with gnome hirelings to symbolize him holding the baby. Has anybody else seen that video where someone beat like the whole game just by throwing gnomes? That was fun. Chromatic Orb. How do we get... I mean, Chromatic Orb, I don't know. I mean, that could be like a fire attack, but... Champion Fighter seems a little mundane for the build. I mean, yeah, it could work. Because you could go for, like, the crit fishing angle, but... I feel like we're already so... We're basically avoiding attacks so much and getting... And we're going to be surviving quite a lot. I mean, it would help with the offense, but I don't know. We definitely want Light Domain Cleric in some way. I mean, I could see a 6-6 split between Life Domain Cleric and Way of the Open Hand Monk if we wanted to go with that. And then kind of focus on the Radiating Orb and the Blood of Lathander and all that stuff. Dwarven Thrower, or whatever that's called? Do we want Key Resonation? Not for this build, I don't think. Boots of Stormy Climber would work with this build, yes, because it would stack Reverberation on top of the Radiating Orb whenever we inflict it, which would be very strong. In fact, I might put that in the document just so it's there. Hold on. Right, let me just slap that in there. Perfect. Boots of Stomach. Sadly, medium armor does break the monk passive. Yes, we wouldn't get the we wouldn't get like things like what is it called? Unarmored movement, but we'd still get all the usual stuff. Maybe monk isn't what we want though. I'm kind of, the more we lean into cleric, the more I don't want to go with monk, which sounds weird, but yeah. Yes, it is Skyrim in the background. 6 Cleric for Spirit Guardian and 6 Monks for the Manifesting Soul Radiant. Yeah, that's what I was initially thinking here, but... I don't know, I'm slowly starting to lean away from it. Look at the list of classes again and see where we can go from there. We'd need to figure out exactly how much we want to take in Light Cleric. I just closed it, but I'm going to open it again. Because we could get improved Warding Flare, but there's also things like Fireball and such like that, so level 5 seems like a good idea, but I don't know. I really liked the druid idea. I see druids as wizards of the common people, and Lathander as a common folk deity. Fuck monk, but pure cleric with such. Ranger! Ooh, hold up. Ranger is a good idea, Exia. I haven't done anything with Ranger in a hot minute. We can make a bad glowing rogue. Just like, I'm gonna be really stealthy, and he's literally just like the sun. Champion cleric and champion fighter and light cleric. Ooh, ranger. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe druid for moonbeam. Oh, wait, moonbeam. That sounds interesting, actually. But that's more moon than sun. But I can see where you're going with that. Easier to rob blinded people. Druid and Ranger are also lore-friendly because Lathander is also a nature deity. Well, his domains are life and light, but his followers respect nature. Lathanderian Rogue is stealthy by making everyone blind. That sounds like it would be a joke build. I'm going to have to do that as like a separate thing. Maybe that could be like an April Fool's kind of deal. Moonbeam is more like Saluna or something, yeah. Don't you get Moonbeam from Nature Cleric? Yes, but we want Light Cleric. It makes too much sense not to take it. Yeah, I think a fit Moonbeam would be a fit for Salunite more. Yeah, you guys are probably right. I'm really leaning into Ranger now that it's been brought up. Because you could go for Hunter, which is basic enough, and it just gives you an extra D8 of damage pretty much all the time. Yeah, Moonbeam when your faith is so strong that you get sunlight in the dark. Yeah. No, I'm really liking the Ranger idea. Does Ranger have any thematically fitting summons? Well, usually when I build Beastmasters, I like to go all the way to at least 11 with them, so you get the extra attack with the partner, but I don't know, there's the Bear, the Boar, the Dire Raven, the Wolf Companion, and the Wolf Spider. I don't know. The reason I don't like Cleric with martial classes is because the extra attack is at 5, but the Cleric gets Divine Strike at 8. Yes, I know! Those two feats are so far away from features are so far away from each other that it's so annoying. Yeah. Grassland Druid gains Daylight and Haste. We already get Daylight from Light Cleric, but Haste would obviously be good. I don't think I'd go Beastmaster, though. Hunter feels the best. I prefer the other subclasses of Ranger over Beastmaster. I like Beastmaster if I'm just making a single class build, because then you get the best of both worlds. It's hard to justify going like multi-classing with Beastmaster because you lose so much from the companion. If you want to go Ranger Cleric, maybe 11 Hunter, 1 Cleric for dialogue, but that would be somewhat strong, but I don't know. I mean, I want to get at least level 2 of Cleric at the bare minimum, because I want Radiance of the Dawn, because it's literally the Lathander feature. Maybe this Lathander build would be the moment when Boo converted Mints to Lathander. I still have to do the companion builds. They'll be their own stream where we'll do those guys. Hunter Minsk became a light cleric. Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. Yeah, because we could get Colossus Slayer, which just means we're doing an extra D8 of damage every time we hit a target that is below hit point maximum. It's once per turn, but like we'll be able to get that. That's like an extra D8 of damage is a decent chunk. That's basically Divine Strike, just as I believe it's just our weapons damage, which for us would it does an extra 1d8 physical damage. Okay, so it's just a little bit of extra damage. When was the last time you made a Hunter build? Link, I think, when I did my Legend of Zelda build. I think that's the... Oh, I think that's the last time I did Hunter. I can't remember. That's the last one I can remember. Is Hunter fitting lore-wise? Well, again, I don't know. This is where I'm like, I want to get... Because what Ranger is giving us more spell slots with Wisdom. It'll give us the dueling fighting style, so if we're using a shield, that works. It would give us a few interesting things, like Speak to Animals and all that. Just more damage and extra attack eventually. Yeah, I don't know. 5 Cleric, 7 Hunter? Yeah, because if you go to 7, you could get the defensive tactics as well, so we could get, like, multi-attack defense, which I think is probably the best one. Don't you get more than cleric spell slots at level 5 because Ranger is part caster? Yes, the spell slots will get added together. We hunt the shadows, reverse Batman. I like that, actually. No, that actually, like, I know you're kind of joking, but that makes sense. Like, because maybe you have, like, this man or person or whoever who has got, like, this almost sort of perverted view of Lathander's teachings, and it's like, it's not just about bringing the new dawn, it's about actively seeking out darkness. If you want to sacrifice extra attack, you can get that and Divine Strike, but it's not worth it, in my opinion. No. The only time I like Divine Strike over extra attack is if I'm doing, like, ranged builds, which this one isn't. A Hunter of Undeath. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Ranger for the undead hunting aspect. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of people kind of on board for Hunter Cleric. I think I agree. I think I'm in the same boat. Okay, so now we just have to figure out exactly how many levels we're taking of each. I know someone said 7 Hunter, 5 Cleric. But, I don't know. I mean, yeah, because let's actually look at the basic Cleric stuff. If we go up to level, we go to level 5, we get Destroy Undead, which would make a ton of sense. We'd also get, like, all this stuff, like Spirit Guardians, if we went to level 5. Level 6 would give us an extra Channel Divinity charge, which means we could use Radiance of the Dawn twice, which would be really nice. And we would also get improved Warding Flare if we went to level 6, allowing us to protect our teammates as well as ourselves. Hey Faye, good to see ya. We're working on a Chosen of Lathander build, and we're kind of leaning towards Hunter Ranger mixed with Light Cleric. Off topic, but my favourite use of your builds is being the Dancer of Eilistraee as a Dirge. Yeah, that seems to be a lot of people's favourite build. I mean, it's at like, what, 115k views now? It's insane. Melee Thunder Lightning build is what I'm trying to make right now with Gale. I've done that before. My Storm Song build might be what you're looking for. It's not a wizard though, but if that doesn't bother you, then that's quite a fun one. I'd say 7 Hunter depends on how much armor we're getting. You could always get Prepared Fireball. We could get Heavy Armor with Ranger eventually. Well, we could get Heavy Armor with Ranger right from level 1. Because we could just pick Ranger Knight and get Sacred Flame as well. Straight split doesn't seem too bad. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because if we went to level 7 of Cleric, we don't really get anything that's too on theme. We'd get Guardian of Faith of Wall of Fire, which are okay. We would get... And then we get things like Banishment. We'd get level 4 spell slots, but we're going to get that anyway because we're multi-classing with Cleric. I actually think the straight 6-6 split... Because if we go to 6 with Ranger, we would get an additional Favored Enemy and Natural Explorer. We'd also get, you know, some extra stuff here and all that. I honestly think it could work as a straight 6-6. Could you give me some advice? Dual-wielding fighter multiclass is a good multiclass with what? I thought a lot, and I think Thief Rogue only fits for the extra bonus sections. If I'm being honest, Vlad, a dual-wielding fighter, in my opinion, works best if you just go all the way fighter. Because you still get the same amount of attacks as if you multiclassed with Rogue, because fighter gets a 3rd extra attack at level 11, so you'd get 3 attacks and then 1 with your offhand, so it's 4 either way. And you could also go Battlemaster for a ton of extra maneuvers. You'd get more HP, you'd get 4 feats, so you could put that into anything you want, having higher overall stats or more abilities or whatever. I actually think a dual-wielding fighter is best as a single-class fighter. My Kirito build is a great example of that. Orlando Terry, I'll go check that out, thanks, yeah. Let's see. I think my favourite build you made was the Karlach one with the 4 Elements Monk. Yes, that is also one of my favourites. Hello, Mark. Good to have you here. Mage Slayer feat. Ooh, maybe Sin. Actually, that's a good idea. Unless we're desperate for ASI. Well, my only issue with building wisdom-based casters is the fact that we don't get things like the Birthright Hat or anything like that. It's really, really tricky. Yeah, there's like no, there's not many equipment pieces that boost wisdom. In fact, there's only one, I think, in the whole game. Charisma, Intelligence, Dex, and Strength, they all get it. Constitution gets it. Wisdom has 1, and it's only a +1 buff, and it's an Act 3. Are you building Van Helsing? Close, we're building a Chosen of Lathander. I'd go for a firefighter with the Pyrocryptus hat. Yes, that could also work. You could go Eldritch Knight and get, like, the leveled fire spells for that. Druid could also give us Flameblade, essentially a Sword of Light. That's true, but we're mainly focusing on Lathander's actual weapon. Nah, 7 Cleric, 5 Ranger seems better. Favored Enemy and Natural Explorer are not that good. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess we'd get some extra spells. Freedom of Movement is just good anyway. But I don't know. Maybe that's the D&D bias talking. Well, it depends, like, because you could get extra resistances from, like, Natural Explorer, which can be really useful in this game, because you get, like, fire resistance, ice resistance, or poison resistance. And depending on what we choose as our race for this build, which doesn't really matter, I think, for this build, you can kind of just play whatever. You could get, like, a ton of resistances and make yourself really tanky. Yeah, thank you. I was just wishing multi-class my main character finally, but it looks like only companions will be multi-class. First playthrough was on Explorer, that's why. I see. Well, I mean, you can multi-class. You could do fighter mix. I mean, obviously, like you said, fighter mixed with thief works perfectly. But I could also suggest fighter mixed with either swords bard if you want some extra sword skills, and the extra kind of stuff that comes with bard. What else would be good? Barbarian. Barbarian could do a lot of good for you. Get some rage in there. There's a lot of things you could do. I just think if you're focusing on dual wielding, that straight fighter is the way to go. I wish we had a black die for drip though. My dancer urge needs it. Can a human monk work? Oh yeah, easily. Yes, Kaneki, good to have you in the stream. Did you know that Tiefling and Druid Flameblade are fundamentally different? Yes, I did know that. I've tried to build around Tiefling's Flameblade before, and it just has not worked out. I think High Elf would sort of fit Lathander with the golden skin. Straight white male. Race white skin tiefling with a gold tip horn. Have I built a white tiefling before? I can't remember. But I like the idea of the horns and the tiefling kind of being in contrast to like the holiness of it all. You know what? I'm thinking a 6/6 on Hunter Ranger and Light Cleric. I think that's what I want to go for. But I will say in the video, like, adjust levels as you like. 5/7 either way also works. It mainly depends on what you want from the build. How many levels of Barbarian, then? I don't think too much is needed. 3 or 4. You're already getting extra attack from Fighter. So you could go Fighter 8, Barbarian 4, and then still get all of your feats as well as Rage. And you could go for Berserker as well, and you can, like, throw shit and, like, do other stuff. Or even, like, Wild Heart if you just want to get resistance to everything. Hello, Theodore. Good to see you. Look up Luminous Armor and Luminous Gloves, maybe. Yeah, we've got all the Luminous kit. We're making this build kind of around Radiating Orb as well. So we've got Hunter Ranger 6, because here's the weapons we have. We have the Blood of the Thunder and the Fabricated Arbalest. Both weapons that deal with Radiating Orb and all that sort of thing, and like light and, you know, radiant damage. We have the Luminous Gloves, the Luminous Armor, the Holy Lance Helm, because with Radiating Orb reducing our chances to be hit. The Holy Lance Helm dealing radiant damage to an enemy whenever they miss us. Works really nicely. We've got the Boots of Stormy Clamor because Radiating Orb is a condition, so we'd also be able to spread Reverberation as well as Radiating Orb. And we've also got the Callous Glow Ring to deal more damage to people who are illuminated, which they will always be because of Radiating Orb, and the Coruscation Ring to stack more Radiating Orb. Our idea is to basically be able to stack up to 10 turns of Radiating Orb, because that's the limit, to give our enemies a -10 to their attack rolls, which is insane. Strongheart Halfling? Let me have a look at this. I forget exactly what that does. Halfling, here we go. Strongheart Halfling. Legends say Dwarven blood gave Stronghearts their hardiness. Resistant to poison and Wellsprings of endurance. These halflings can easily hold their own. You get advantage on saving throws against poison and have resistance to poison damage. Yeah, so you could stack that with the resistances you'd get from Ranger, and you'd basically have like a ton of resistances. If you wanted to go that way. I like the Luminous Gloves, but that over Belligerent Skies. Well, Reverberation isn't the focus. My idea is that I want as many stacks of Radiating Orb as quickly as possible. And also my build, a slight spoiler, my build that's coming out on Monday uses Reverberation a little bit as well, and uses those gloves. So I'm shaking things up a bit. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Do you guys want a sneak preview of Monday's video, just for fun? I'll show you the thumbnail, because I'm actually kind of proud of it. Hold on. Let me show you Monday's build. Just the thumbnail. Because I think it would be fun. Hold on. Oh yes, please. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. It should show up. Let me put it under chat. Yeah, there you go. Zoom in slightly. There you go. This is what I'm working with for Monday. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be divination, wizard, and wild magic. With a theme of controlling time, and it's a duo build. Yep. Yeah, basically it's a whole thing, because you know how in tabletop D&D there's Chronergy Wizard and Clockwork Soul Sorcerer? Like, that was kind of the plan. And I was quite proud of the thumbnail, because I liked how the pose ended up looking, but also the fact that I found a PNG of this shattered clock from Persona 3, and I was able to put it in the background, because the whole idea is that these characters accidentally traveled back in time. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. You should be proud of that art. It's not mine, unfortunately. These are all resources I pulled and screenshot from the game. They look a bit vampire-y. Well, they're drow. And my idea was that they've come from a future where drow are more socially accepted. And so they kind of have to deal with it. Yeah. No, I think it'll be a very, very fun build. I think it will. But anyways, back on track. I think we're pretty much done with the Lathander build as far as actually building it. We just have to figure out the final pieces of equipment, which means we need to figure out a shield, because I think we said we wanted a shield for the higher AC. And I think, actually, looking at it, yeah, we need a shield and an amulet and maybe a cloak, if there's one we want to use. I think that's it. Yeah, drow are a lot of people's favourite race. I went with Half-Orc, he was fun. Yeah, Half-Orcs are really fun. Crit fishing builds with orcs are really fun, and I'm surprised I haven't made one yet. Halfling for lucky. Hi, Adam. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I've done that before. I don't think I'm going to actually specify a race in the video. I usually don't do that, but I will say, oh, this could work and this can work. You know what I mean? What about that cloak you mentioned that gives Crusader's Mantle? Yes, we could use that. As the only thing I can see us concentrating on often with this build would be Spirit Guardians, but then you also have that option. So yeah, I actually think that would work. That was the Holy... let's go for... It's the Crusader's Mantle. Here we are. Which comes from the Mantle of the Holy Warrior. There we go. So yeah, we'll put that on as the cloak. I think that just makes a ton of sense for the build. And then, yeah, we just need a shield and an amulet now, because I think we definitely want a shield for sure. Dragonborn is definitely my favorite. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they are highly underrated, and especially when I the Bahamut build I made and the Tiamat build, they've all looked really cool. The Predator build was really fun, just design-wise for a Dragonborn. Cindermorph Cloak has an AoE fire counterattack. Yeah, I can see that, Miguel. I mean, again, that's down to player preference. It's just what you want to do. Do you want to focus more on the fire, or do you want to focus more on the radiant? And I'm focusing a bit more on the radiant today. Greater health for the amulet for advantage on concentration for Spirit Guardians. Yes, I see where you're going with that. But I don't like recommending the Amulet of Greater Health, because let's be honest, you would put the Amulet of Greater Health on every build and it would make it better. I like to change things up if I can, especially since that's such a late game option as well. The Shield of Scorching Reprisal. Ooh, that's a good idea. Also, I'm on the classes page, not the items page, like an idiot. Right, and an amulet. Let's have a look. So, let's look at shields first. Someone said the Shield of Scorching Reprisal. That would make sense. I guess it's because they remind me of the Drakari from Warhammer 40k. I have had no exposure to Warhammer. Dragonborn just don't get too much. That's the only problem I have with them. If their racial features were slightly better, I would use them way more often. The resistance is nice, but the Dragon Breath is just so underwhelming, especially in the late game. Would the Amulet of the Devout help? It would. The Amulet of the Devout would give us extra... They give us extra to our spell safety C, which is nice. And it would also allow us an extra channel divinity charge. That's another Act 3 option, but it could be good to recommend. Maybe an amulet related to movement speed, or for moving a lot for proccing Spirit Guardians. Yeah, just something along those lines. Nothing. It doesn't have to be a cornerstone of the build or anything like that. I think the Devout Amulet is what I'd recommend for Act 3, but I'll definitely want to put something else for earlier. Imagine if the Breath Weapon counted as a cantrip, it would unironically be a lot better, because it would synergize with so many more pieces of equipment. Unironically, it would be way better if it was a cantrip. And not limited to like once per short rest or however long it is, because that's so dumb. How about the Magic Missile Amulet? What, this one? The Psychic Spark? Why do you say that? Because I don't even think we get Magic Missile aside from this. What's the full build, though? Do we still have Monk in it? No, we've gone for Hunter Ranger instead, which honestly I think works. I know, like, you can, you know, stack the Radiant Damage on the unarmed strikes and all that, but I've done builds like that before. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've done that exact build before, so we're doing something a bit different. Like, I'm pretty sure the Firelight Monk, I've pretty much done that exactly. It's a Light Cleric mixed with 4 Elements Monk. But you could change it for Open Hand and it would work just as well. Use the Monk Amulet for Acts 1 and 2 and then the Devout for Act 3. I mean, yeah, I mean, you should do the side quest. In fact, maybe I'll just say, hey, you know, even though this doesn't really do much for the build, like, you should do this quest line. That could work. Oh, by the way, Hover, have you seen the Beating Baldur's Gate video with True Strike? I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it yet. I think Breath Weapon is once per long rest in 5e. Yeah, why? Zim attack for the ring combo. How about the magic? Oh, for the ring combo. Oh, because it hits multiple times. I see. Maybe. If I wanted to play as my Orc Hunter from WoW, would straight Beastmaster Ranger work? I mean, I guess so. I've never played WoW, so I actually don't really know what you mean. Sure, if it's got an animal companion, then yeah. If you want to build a Beastmaster Ranger, go all the way with it. Easily. Just make sure everything's still good. Yeah, everything's still good. Okay, so I think we'll go for the Amulet Devout as an Act 3 option, but I want an earlier game option. For sure. About the Act 2 Amulet that restores spell slots. Yeah, you could go with that. That's the Spellcrux Amulet, but I recommend that one a lot. I might try and do something else. You know, I like the idea of just recommending the Sentient Amulet, even though it doesn't help the build. It is a questline that a follower of Lathander would probably want to go through. I want to put it in the list as a quest thing, but maybe not as a thing you actively go for. I'll just put in brackets. Quest. And then I'll get one more for its actual utility. Aberration Hunter. I guess Yankee. Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't know. I don't want to lock things to race stuff if I can help it. Spine Shudder Amulet, maybe? Oh, maybe. Yeah, because we're already kind of getting... Yeah, you know what? That actually does work. Oh. Yeah, and it's an Act 2 item. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with that just for the sake of moving on, I think. I mean, Reverberation isn't the biggest thing here, but it is just like a nice extra thing we can work with. Right. I think that's the build. Hunter Ranger 6, Light Cleric 6, with the Blood of the Thunder, the Fabricated Arbalest. Oh, the shield! We didn't do the shield. If we're going with Ranger instead of Monk, maybe that Luminous Armor. Yes, we've already got it. In fact, could I might be able to put that up on stream, maybe. Nah, we'll see. Reparation damage, too long a name, I just call it fart damage. God damn it, Hammock. Yeah, so we were looking at the Shield of the Scorching Reprisal, but there's also... Shield of Devotion could work. It would give us an extra level on spell slot. It would also give us aid, but we kind of already get that from Cleric. To be honest, nah. I like the Shield of Scorching Reprisal because it kind of leans into the fire thing. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with that. Heart damage is poison damage. Make a reverberation poison build. Right, I think we're good. I think we got everything that we want here. Tell you what, maybe I can pull up the... I'll show this on stream. It's not actually like anything too crazy. Let's just show this quick. How do I show it without it being too weird? Hang on. Give me a sec. There we go. What you can see here is my... this is my document that I use for making builds. So, you can see everything that we have for Lathander here. It looks scuffed as hell on the stream. But that is what I'm working with. You can see the Sharess build at the top there as well. I can kind of crop it a bit so it's not so... Yes, I do not keep my documents very organized, shall we say. Excel where? I don't use Excel. There's a mod called Gods Extra. It's one of the gods added to added a shark god named Secular. Not totally sure what the build would be. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not doing modded builds yet, but have you done a bowl build yet? Just out of curiosity. Hi, talk about Nout. I hope I pronounced that right. Good to have you on the stream. Yes and no. I've not done... I mean, I've done Dark Urge builds, which lead into the bowl thing. My Dark Urge build that I released as part of the Origin build series was based around the ball stuff. There's also my Slayer build, which used that as well. I've not done, like, Assassin... I mean, I've done, like, a Assassin's build as well. I don't know. Yeah, I've kind of done ball, just not with Deity build, but I've done lots of ball-related stuff. But, okay, wait. If I minimize that now, will that go away on stream? Yes, it will! Perfect! So we can kind of... you can kind of see when I pull that up as well now, which is fine. I have a Google Docs template for BG3 builds. If you want, I can send it to you. I mean, that's okay. I mean, I could use Google Docs. I use Google Docs for other stuff. But, I've not... I mean, I use Notepad. I don't know why. I just do. So, that is that build done. And what are we? Are we good for time? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that one only took an hour. That's pretty good, actually, for us. Right. I'm just going to pull up the Forgotten Realms wiki again. And we'll just kind of... Deities. There we go. Right, so let's have a look at the Deities page, and we'll start thinking about the next one we want to do. We are getting faster, yes, but I think Lathander was just really easy because we immediately were just like, yes, the radiating orb equipment is perfect. I just double check everything's okay with the stream. Damn, we've got a lot of people here today. It's cool. Build speedrun? Oh, barely. I'm not going to tell you which ones, but there are some builds on my channel that I came up with in like 20 minutes. My vote is for Saluna. Let me get the old... pour the straw poll up. Let me get the straw poll up. Straw poll's definitely the best way to do it, in my opinion. Which build? Like, I wish I could type. I'm really bad at typing. Quickly, at least. Right, so I saw Saluna. I'm going to put Leviatar on there, because I know Sin is absolutely wanting that. I'll go to Lemongrab if we don't get to Leviatar today. Well, it did well. So Leviatar, I'm so happy that you like the Cleric Ranger build. Yeah, I mean, it works nicely. I like it. With Deities, are you counting Fiends? At the moment, I'm looking at the Deities that are selectable in-game. We had Corellian last time, who was quite a popular choice, so I'll pop him in as well again. I'm not going to put in too many. Okay, 3 people just said Ilmata. So I'll slap him on in here. Absolutely. Oh, I've just messed up chat. Hold on, I've messed up chat. There we go. While we're voting, my vanity speaks. Have you considered the concept I left on the previous build stream? Has it influenced Monday's build? Because Divination and Pale-Skinned Elf reminded me of that. Remind me what that was, Ilya, because it might have. I remember there was a comment somebody made about making a build themed around time, and that's kind of where I got the idea from. Hello! I hope I pronounced that right. Mate Pajor? Yeah, Helm. I'll throw him on the list. Her on the list. Hold on. No, wait, have I done Helm? I've done Helm. Or am I thinking of Tempus? I think I'm thinking of Tempus, actually. I can't remember. Jurgle is basically Necromancer. Do we have Jurgle? It cannot be selected by a player cleric. He's in the game, but I'm kind of going for the selectable ones at the moment. Jurgle would be a very challenging build concept. Orcus? Is Orcus in this? I don't know. I don't remember. Grimish, Talos, Ilmata. I'm gonna... I don't know. Ogma is a knowledge god, so maybe like an Odin build, Spear of Magic. Yes, I know, you're after the Odin build, Theodore. Valentine build. Hi, LaFleur Game Blocks. Valentine build. I do have a build for Valentine's that's coming out on Wednesday, and it's not what you expect. Hammock. What were you memeing? What were you memeing about? Orcus. I don't know who Orcus is. Mistra for Gale. I've technically done a Cleric of Mistra build. I think it was the Mystic Theurge, but I'm happy to do one again. Orcus is literally a demon. I have no idea, my dude. Or Obgama will be interesting for a type of Lovecraftian build. Yeah, somebody asked me to do one, and as a Call of Cthulhu player, I'd be down. I'll throw Ogma on there as the final option, I think, and we'll go from there. Alright. I've not spelled that correctly, but who cares? Maybe I have. No, it's the G first. Is it the G first? Yes. That was me. Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, exactly. So maybe like a cleric of somebody with the sage background who follows Ogma, who discovers something horrible that gives him power but also drives him insane and kind of goes around fear. Yeah, I could totally see that. Bowl build. I have never actually seen that quest. The bowl stuff, like with the Krakatoa or whatever they're called. I'm pretty sure I just referenced SpongeBob. Anyways, Ogma cleric Gulok. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, all right, the poll is up. Go, go, go. He just described a Schizo build. Maybe. Let's go to the results. Right, Leviatar is pulling ahead, but Ilmata is coming up the rear. Again, I said it. Ilmata, Leviatar, Saluna, Ogma. Man, wow, people are... Oh my days, it's going to be a... Corellian's coming up. Oh no. Is it going to be Ilmata? I saw Ilmata was a popular one, but Leviatar is close behind. I was read my messages above. Sorry, there's a lot of chat happening right now. And either way, the Monday build looks exciting, but it wasn't... It isn't a very long comment. Why don't you just open the stream? It would be hard for me to find it, Ilya. Because I'd have to scroll through like the whole chat if it was, unless you commented on the stream. Cam Tucker, hi, good to see you. Another Cam. That's funny. Tiebreaker? Well, let's see. Hold on. Let me find... I'm going to open it up in a different tab. Hold on. Is it... Oh, it's just on the last stream. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to check something. I commented under the stream. Okay, yeah, I can find it pretty quickly. Hold on. I can go to the live page. You guys won't be able to see what I'm doing right now, but... Deity Build Theory-crafting live stream with viewers. Here it is. Let's see if I can find your comment, Ilya. Everything's lagging a lot, because... Oh, I'm gonna fuck up the pronouncing of this. Shanine? Deity Build idea? Spot a new post in the Pillars of Eternity subreddit asking for the closest race, at least in appearance. Okay. I did read this. I remember it now. Divination School, Knowledge Domain. Okay. There's a lot there. I will... What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my build requests document. And I'm just going to copy and paste that comment in, and we'll go from there. Oh, jeez. Oh, you guys are probably going to see all sorts. Just forget you saw anything. There you go. Back to the Deity Build page. Rock, paper, Ogma, tiebreaker. Yeah, really sorry, guys, about that tangent, but I wanted to make sure I saw what you... Oh, no! There's one more vote coming for Leviatar! Sin opened an alternate account. Knowledge domain is disgustingly underrated. I agree. Being able to get all skill proficiencies by level 4 is one of my earlier achievements with build making, thanks to knowledge domain. Leviathan just pulled ahead. Sin actually made an I swear, he just fired up a second email and just made an alternative account. Don't lie, Sin, it was you. Oh no, Ilmata! Then somebody else opened up another one for Ilmata. I used my backup. No, we've got a tie between Leviathan and Ilmata. Okay. Before it gets too crazy, tiebreaker vote. Hold on. Tiebreaker vote between... Somebody came in and swooped in at the last second. Okay, hold on. Leviathan... Oh, Sid, I'm so sorry. This must be a roller coaster for you, mate. Ilmata. Right, here we go. Ready? Create poll. I know I've probably spelt things wrong, but I honestly do not care anymore. It's a bloodbath out here. Yeah, I know. Right, go. Tiebreaker. I love the tiebreaker votes. These are always fun. Show results. Oh my god. I didn't expect the polls doing a Eurobeat overtake. Neither did I, Steven. Oh my days. This is where I love getting you guys involved in this sort of thing. It always creates funny moments like these. We need the pain. Alright, well, Leviathan's definitely winning at the moment. 31 total votes, 17 towards Leviathan. Come on. We rigged. Let me double check. I'm just curious of something real quick. It's okay. This is one of my most popular streams today. Damn. Ololuk's Resilient Sphere and Warding Bond is a nutty combo. Yes, I think I know what you're talking about there, Zaya. Gas. Honestly, I voted Leviathan because I'm curious at the... No. Okay, somebody needs to vote. We cannot have another tie on the tiebreaker. Somebody has to vote. That or I'm flipping a coin. Let's hit 100. Are you kidding me? Help. Guys, you are trolling me on purpose. I'm jealous of how creative all of you are. I wish I could come up with half of this type of stuff. I mean, best thing you can do is just sit in front of the wiki for ages and just see what happens. Ilmata, no! Ilmata's got a vote. Both a duo build? Oh my god, people are still going. Christopher, Steffel, welcome to the channel. Guess we'll just have to do both. I mean, okay, to be honest, that's fair. I genuinely feel like there's a close enough split here that maybe these should be the next two votes that we do. Most people haven't even voted. Yeah, but a lot of people just put these streams on in the background. I don't blame them. In fact, hey you. Yeah, you who's got the stream on in the background while they work or do other things, or maybe you're playing, like, I don't know, Overwatch or something. Hey, vote on this poll right now. It's your civic duty to vote. Imagine if there was someone playing Overwatch during this, they'd freak out. Okay, I'll tell you what. I think because there's, like, in both votes, there's so many for both. Overwatch in 2024. I don't know what people play. I don't know. You forgot to pin the poll. Whoops. Tell you what. I'll post it one more time. Hold on. I'll post it one more time. And then I always forget I can pin stuff. Hold on. Can I? I'll pin the message. There you go. I forget to pin things. That's my fault. Wait, I just realized something. I could vote. No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, come on! I looked away for 2 minutes. I'm walking to work and I voted. What's your excuse? Leviathan has pulled ahead, actually. Okay, you know what? We're just going to do both. Everyone's happy if we just do both. Okay? Hi there, background but voted. Hi, Siphis. Leo. Yeah, I know I just pulled some people out the woodwork. Riggers are coming in. Admiral Dolphin, yeah, good to see you too, mate. I'm just seeing all these new people in stream. End it now. Okay, fine. We're doing both. We'll do Leviatar first because it's at top. We'll do Ilmata next. We're doing both. Alright, Sid, are you happy? We're doing both. Yes, I'm ending it now. It's closed. Leviatar, then Ilmata. I think everyone's happy, okay? Let me just put Leviatar and Ilmata on the old document there. There we go. Get wrecked, nerds. Hey, do not push your luck. I'm not happy I wanted to Luna, but I'm good with Ilmata. Yep, we'll get to it one day. David Sharp, very happy. Good to have you in the stream. Alright, let's do Ilmata first. Let's search him up. No, Leviatar, my apologies. I just had a heart attack. Leviatar. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back. Apologies, my cat was doing shenanigans. Oh, come on, Hammock, don't post shit. No, don't talk shit while I'm gone. I was gone for a second. Can't stop the pain. I'm going to remove the poll as well. I'm going to unpin that. Okay, cool. Are those two gods connected in some way? If so, do a build where you play as one half of a godly conflict. It would be cool, like the other half could be like your player too. Oh, so like a duo build. I know what you mean. Harleap underwear for armor. What are you doing with that image on? What? Oh, my bloody hell. I didn't even see that. Oh, no. No, this is not going to be another Sharess situation. Cats be doing that. Yeah, what kind of cat? Well, my cat, well, I heard it outside my door. And usually if it's meowing outside my door, that means it wants something. And I went outside, and it was just, like, flopped at the top, like, outside my door. And I was like, what do you want? And then it just looked at me and walked away. I'm like, what, you were just checking I was here? There was something in the Sharess wiki about Leviatar. Yeah, those seem connected somehow. Both deities involve masochism. Oh no, this is the guy. This is the one that creepy dude in Act 1 in the Goblin. Oh no. What have you done? No, no, we're not having another Sharess stream. This is going to be perfectly fine. Okay, here we go. Leviatar appeared as a slim, beautiful human maiden with straight, thigh-length platinum blonde hair. Okay, whose hentai OC is this? Taking on armored defense to a whole nother level. Oh no, what a kinky build this will be. No, we can't have two. Okay, this needs to... Okay, Death Domain. How are we going to do that? I don't really want to scroll up, but it's not that bad, really. Not compared to cat girls. Can you feel it? You can't escape. Sharess stream part 2. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, let's read the quote. The Maiden of Pain, Leviatar, teaches us that pain is the most powerful and sacred sensation. And should our pain delight her, should we embrace such a gift, she will grant her the most sacred of blessings. Do you know what immediately speaks to me, actually? And this might be weird. Barbarian. Barbarian immediately screams to me because of, like, the whole idea of just taking on as much pain as you can. Thornwhip build, god damn it. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, the Barbarian could be a really interesting, like, kind of tank build idea, like, about absorbing pain. And then I look over, and I just see kinkiness. The stream, like, I'm not even kidding, the second kinkiness started coming up, like, people started getting horny, the chat is now flying. I love how much variety in builds your channel has. Thanks, Chris. I just found the Protectee Sparkle clothing for the first time ever. And I looked up Storm Monk, and bam, you have a video. Yeah, Talos is probably the one you saw, right? Edgy BSDSM Naked Barbarian. But you lessen the pain with rage? Okay, I see where you're going with that, Metria. I do see where you're going with that. But think about it from this point of view. Like, the more... It's less about the fact that you're taking less pain. It's the fact that you can take more pain. Like... It's about endurance, basically. How long you last. A bard? Oh, like a barbarian? Shirtless barbarian? Ooh. Yeah, because you could use camp clothing. And use the ones that are just trousers. Because you can get them in, like, the Crash, I think. Karlak suggests praying to Selûne, Lathander, or Leviathan, so there you go. We'll just pretend that rage doubles your health instead of decreasing damage. Hobo, I'm going to be real, I might not be able to vote in the future because I was trying to get another vote in on another Google account and now I can't vote. I have no rights. That's because you tried to cheat the poll, Rexio. Deserved. The Glaive Sorrow gives him the Form Whip as a bonus attack. Ah, okay. How long you last? Ayo, that's a bard build. I'm happy to scroll back through because you guys are going so quick. Which class has the most unique dialogue with that dominatrix guy? Actually, Barbarian. Necktie. Barbarian has intimidation checks with that dude, and it is funny as hell. I've seen it. That's kind of why I want to go for it. Shirtless bard. Let's think straight about this. In the Leviathan scene in Act 1, you are rewarded if you kink the pain performance, or if you tank it asking for more intimidation. Yeah. But, like, when you do it as a barbarian, you, like, scream at the dude. You, like, shout at him more. Like that one scene from Star Wars with Kylo Ren. Do the Dragonborn clothes? Oh, maybe. Just scratch clothing. Spores Druid with either Berserker or Wildheart, and then using the items that proc at low health. Okay. Okay, that settles it, Barbarian. Free my man. Would be interesting to use the Sorrow weapon for this build. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think Sorrow could be really interesting. Whip Barbarian. If you combine the Ring of Regeneration with the Hellrider Gloves for Blade Ward every turn. Yes, and then combine that with Broodmother's Revenge for Poison. I honestly kind of love the masochistic, kinky, naked barbarian concept. Yeah. You can get his weapon, but it hurts you, but it also gives necrotic resistance. Right. That's also true. Oh. But for the people saying Fawn Whip, we can't cast it while raging, so that might not work. But I like... Shattered Flail would be thematic. Maybe. Lol, chat is such a team player for the Leviathan build. Yeah. Whoever said to use the items that activate with low health, you're right. Wait, yeah. Wait, we forgot about Monk's Water Whip. Oh, that's true. Yeah, because 4 elements, you can use stuff what you can use while raging. Yeah, unfortunately, Sorrow's Form Whip is not available during range. Yeah. Screaming maniacally in the most sexy fashion. Yeah. Oh my god. I just thought of a barbarian in the middle of combat, like he's like just tanked a massive hit and he just goes, harder. Oh no. Well, you get a whip from one of the hyena things. A whip? What do you mean, necktie? Or was that more of a flail? It's probably a flail, if I had to guess. And the ice cube. Yeah, Matria. How do I get my rights back, Homo? Tell me. I don't know. I don't know what you, I mean, I don't know what you did. Change your IP. I don't know. Barbarian monk build? Maybe. I could see that working. And every time I tune into the stream, it turns into a horny build that ends up happening being being fucking sick. Yeah, I know, right? What is the name of the Leviathan guy? We could look. He should be here. Hold on. We go to Leviathan as... Cannot be selected by a player cleric. Who cares? We can still get their blessing, which I think counts. Yeah, Abdurak, here he is. Oh my god. I gotta move chat off to the side for a second. Abdurak. He's a human, resides in the Shadow Sanctum. So yes, you can get Leviathan's like buff, which is Leviathan's love, in Act 1, which works nicely for this build. The hyena drops the Shattered Flail. I'll have a look at that in a minute. See what Abdurak drops, maybe we can start from there. Well, I'm going to look at the Leviathan's love thing as well. Leviathan's Scourge, here we are. And a scroll of her hold person. I wish we could get this armor, but I don't think we can. My favorite Act 1 NPC. Yeah, we can't get his outfit, unfortunately. I might actually go sit on the wiki and just see what I can make up. Yeah, super fun. Like, what I would actually do, Theodore, if you want an interesting way to start, is look at the list of different conditions and come up with something from there. That's how I've done some of my more interesting ones. But comparing the Leviathan Scourge with the Hordes of the Berserker and the armor of the Sporekeeper, then we get added necrotic damage and great area control. That armor would be perfect, yeah. The pain... Pain is the path to clarity. When you have 30 hit points or less, you get a +2 bonus to attack rolls and wisdom saving throws for 3 turns. Obtained in the Shadow Sanctum. Okay. Okay. That's just some techniques on how to get it. But yeah, I can see the idea of maybe making this build like a kind of danger zone mechanic where we're just more powerful the less hit points we have. I really, really like that suggestion. CB, good to see you. Genius pairing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So let's have a look. So we got Leviathan Scourge, which with the we could basically with Leviathan Scourge, because it deals a d6 of necrotic damage every turn, but gives us resistance to it, we can kind of basically control how much damage we're taking each turn with the resistances from Barbarian, which will allow us to get into that zone of under 30% a bit more comfortably. And Shattered Flail makes you mad if you don't attack. I've got to see this now, because you guys are really, like, guessing this weapon up. Hold up. Let me find it properly. Hold on. Search for it. Shattered Flail. Here we go. Shattered Flail is a rare mace with a +2 enchantment that heals the wearer when they hit an enemy at the cost of potentially going mad when they stop attacking. Hitting an enemy with this weapon heals the wielder for a d6 of hit points, but they can go mad if they don't continue hitting an enemy each turn. And it is... Oh, okay. Hey, CBD, good to see you. We've made a... Oh god, what's his name? A Lathander build, and now we're doing Leviathan. Dual wield Shattered Flail and Leviathan's made. We don't want healing. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because I feel like the healing is almost counterintuitive. But actually, now that I say that, it's weird, because we want to take damage to get into that low HP range for Leviathan's Love and the boost from the equipment, but at the same time, we want to be able to stay in that health range without dying. So getting that little bit of healing once we're in there makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, well, that's what you just... Yeah, necktie, that's right. We could use the Shattered Flail just to keep us in the sweet spot. Okay. Use one of the ritual weapons. When you say ritual weapon, what do you mean, CBD? Could you be a bit more specific? That's what my build currently is? Okay. So we'll need the dual wielder feat as well. A lot of people are saying Spores Druid. I'll look at that in just a second, but let me, I want to read a bit more on Leviathan as well. Leviathan was cold-hearted and calculatingly cruel by nature. The Leviathan priest has a ritual dagger. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to his page. In fact, I closed it for some reason. I don't know if he drops it, though. Oh, no, it's on his desk next to him, isn't it? Yeah, the ritual weapons in the next room. Does anybody have the name of that so I can find it? There's a ritual axe, knife, and mace. Oh, okay. You can take the ritual weapons from his shrine. Yeah, can somebody give me the exact names? Or is it just ritual... If I could spell... Ritual dagger is axe. Oh, is it just called the ritual stuff? Okay. Temporarily blesses the wearer while dealing damage to an enemy or to themselves. Blood sacrifice. After a successful attack with this dagger, the wearer receives bless. Okay. Blood sacrifice. Bonus action. Pain is the path to power. Take 1d4 slashing damage to receive a 1d4 bonus to attack rolls and saving throws at will. Is that limited? I didn't realize they were literally called ritual weapons. My apologies. There's no limit to that? Oh, shit. Do they all have the same thing? Chance to inflict upon the target a 1d4... So, Bane. If the attacker still has 25% or more hit points, they take 1d6 piercing damage themselves. Oh, God. Okay. And what, the ritual mace, you said? I'm not seeing ritual mace anywhere. It's not appearing in the yeah. Is that a cut content weapon maybe? But aesthetically the flail would fit so much. Wait, you can just take it? Why am I so dumb? I guess, I don't know. I didn't know this. The mace is just Leviathar's Scourge. Ah, okay, thank you, Sin. That makes sense. Is your mic on the table by any chance? Yes, it is. Too stupid for a name, and I apologize for that. I'm sorry that the typing is a really annoying sound, but I just have a very bare bones setup. It's what I do. I might get a boom arm. I think I'm going to have to if I'm going to keep doing this, because it's going to get really annoying on these streams. Trust me, I would know. Yeah. Yeah, perhaps I should get a boom arm, honestly. It's a HyperX solo cast, in case anybody's curious. Let me see. Used a flail for a martyr. She's a self-whipping healing goddess. Heal through blood. Okay. Yeah, the flail would work well for a martyr. Yeah, okay, maybe we'll save that one for a martyr then. I like the idea of having Leviathar's Scourge in the main hand and the ritual dagger in the offhand. And being able to use both. I like that idea. I think that's going to look quite interesting aesthetically. Wait, hold on a minute. So Ilmata... You guys... So let me get this straight. The two top voted builds for this stream are both revolving around sadism and masochism. Oh my god. How on earth, like, 60 plus people got together to orchestrate this? It's a Saturday, don't just... What does it being Saturday have to do with it? Wait, there are other ritual weapons? Yes, there's the ritual axe and dagger. And the axe is cool, but I prefer what the dagger can do for us. So I actually think dual-wielding Leviathar's Scourge and the ritual dagger is what I want to go for. We're definitely going with Barbarian, and some people are saying Spores Druid, so if I kind of just go weapons, Leviathar's Scourge, and the ritual dagger. And then we'll have to figure out exactly what we want for the other multi-class. I think we've definitely gone for Barbarian. And we want to find other equipment that we want for the build as well. You guys get to see how terrible my typing is. Because I've got this document up on stream now. You can see how I kind of do organize things a little bit. I like the dagger with a star and with sneak attack. High barb for HP. Yes, that does make sense. Dude, Ilmater is literally Jesus. Jesus, stop sexualizing everything. Hey, I'm not the one who did it. I like the dagger with Astarion with sneak attack. Do we even need multi-class? I don't know. Tough and durable as feats. Yeah, maybe we literally just make the most tanky build possible. The crying god was the patron of the suffering, oppressed, and persecuted. The one who endures encouraged them to endure. And... yeah, okay. Yeah, so Ilmater is not horny. At all. No. You guys are bad. Tough and durable. Yeah, maybe we just need to build, like, a really high constitution barbarian and just go all in on getting as much HP as possible. Because if we want to be in that low HP range, having that, since this is a percentage of our HP, having that be as big of a pool of HP as possible would really work. Bearheart Barbarian plus Cleric Warding Bond for every party member. He just takes everyone's pain. This could work for both deities. Unfortunately, can one person cast Warding Bond on multiple people? Is that possible? I feel like you just die instantly. Is that possible? Yes, really? Travel back. Oh, comrade, really? I had no idea. I knew you could if you like twin casted it with Sorcerer. Hmm. Yeah, I agree, Adam. I agree with that. Wait until your party members walk into an AoE spell. I mean, you control your party members. I think you can have a Hireling casted on multiple sets of people. Yeah, I know. I've done it before, David, but people are like, okay, so I just need to make 100% clear. If we made this build as a Barbarian Cleric that could cast Warding Bond, could they cast it on the whole party and take all of the party's damage themselves? Again, I feel like they would just get nuked, right? Plus the con will be added to the AC. That's also true, Rexio. The best Warding Bond caster is Gale in the camp with the tough feet, or a Hireling as well, yeah. It vanishes once they rage. Oh, does it, CB? Are you sure, though? Because Warding Bond is in concentration based. Every time you mention Adam, it gives me a heart attack, so my name is also Adam. Well, I guess now I know your name, Sin. It is. Why Gale? I don't know. I guess because Gale is just the, he's a de facto mage, I guess, for a lot of people. No, Gale regenerates? Oh, okay. It does not vanish. Right. But you don't cast with Bob. No, but like you could cast it at the start of the day. Warding Bond is concentrate? I don't think it is. Is it? If not for that, it would be a game over. Okay, well, let's focus on the main thing that we're going for with this build. Is the high constitution and HP. Hi, Nicolaj. We finished Lathander, and we're on to Leviathan now. The spell can be active on multiple allies at once. In such cases, the caster will redirect damage from all allies that have received Warding Bond from them. From the BG3. Oh, yeah, why don't I just look it up? God damn it. Where does it say that? The spell can be cast on... Oh, no. I feel like we have to do that. Just get a massive pool of HP. It comes from level 3 of Cleric. Yeah! Don't call me that. Yeah, no, okay. Maybe we can make it a duo build? I don't know. I kind of want the deity builds to be their own thing. It's a good idea. But I kind of like the idea of just this one big guy who just takes on all the pain. Yeah, wear armor that decreases damage by all amounts. Good idea. I hope I pronounced this right. Nippolit. I hope I pronounced that right. Giant BDSM gag ball. No. Okay, so we need at least 3 levels. Would we go with... Ooh, this could be a good Dirge build, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. Skyheart. Good to have you on the stream. Feels like you're going... Warding Bond on too many characters might be a good globe of invulnerability angle. Maybe. Heavy Armor Master build? No, because we wouldn't be able to rage with Heavy Armor. Gold Dwarf. Oh, because dwarfs get extra HP. Yes, that's a good point, comrade. That's a very, very good point. I actually think that would make a ton of sense. You're right. Gold Dwarf. Your hit point maximum increases by 1 again every time you gain a level. Yes! Okay, I'm putting that in the document. I think that's locked in. And so yeah, we want to be a Gold Dwarf. Grimhelm would block rage, though. Yeah, I don't think we want the Grimhelm. Because it's heavy armor. A drow with fit too. Yeah. Little guy. Globe of Invulnerability is a concentration spell, but yeah, but we might not need to be the one that casts it though, Matria. That could be like Gale or somebody in the party if you're doing this as like if you're playing this build with a party, which you could, it would be a unique synergy. Of a lot, and with tough, that would be a lot of health. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because what we could do, right, is if we're playing a dirge, we're kind of doing a morally grey character anyway, at least. I would say we use Ethel's Boon and the Potion of Everlasting Vigor to get 20 strength, so all of our weapons are going to be doing big damage. That allows us to put all our feats and ability score improvements into Constitution, because we could use the Enraging Heart Garb, which would give us a +2 to that, and yeah, basically just pump up the thing, but pump up Constitution with our ability scores. Not have to level strength from those buffs, so that we still have offense, and then just go crazy. Is there any word if BG3 will get awesome mod support like Divinity? I don't know. The stuff that already exists is pretty good. I think custom quests are possible, but not many people have done them. Hey, I'm doing some research. If BG3 will follow base D&D on this subject, then Rage plus Warding Bond does not stack. We might need to test it. Right. Shall we test it then now, before we get too much into this whole Warding Bond idea? Let me pull up the game. Give me 1 second. Well, let's double check. I'm just going to test it for my own peace of mind. So fitting war-wise, it would be a drow because they're all into the whole pain shit. Yeah, probably. Last test was so fun, we need to while we are, so... I really hope they add a Steam Workshop. I play on GeForce now and do not have access to any mods. Why? Is it because you stream it? Because that's what GeForce Now is about, right? Because if you have it installed on your computer, you have access to mods. I don't know how GeForce... Yeah? Okay, yeah. Then obviously not, no. Who is the ball capybara? What on earth are you on about? Who can I load up? We can load up the judge. Let's load up the judge. I want to learn how to mod BG3. It's really, really easy, Calico. Unless you mean making mods. If you just want to install mods, that's really easy. Making mods is tricky. I know there's, like, mods on the Nexus that basically just are skeletons for you to make your own. Drow for law reasons or half-orc for min-max? I'm kind of going for Gold Dwarf because I want to have the big HP. Right, let's do Barbarian. We only need 1 level for Rage. And then let's do... let's level up. And we'll go straight over to Cleric. Pick up War, because that kind of makes sense here. Just for the testing purposes. I don't know why I'm going through cantrips and everything. It really doesn't matter. Let's grab... Where is he? Where is he? I'll put him on for testing purposes. Where is he? Am I stupid? Oh no, he's not selectable. Leviathan's not selectable. No Sanctuary. Okay. While we're here, we could check Rage / Symbiotic Entity. Oh, I know that works. I know that works. But yes, we could. I'm thinking of making a mod for the Hand of the Arcane Monk subclass that the Dungeon Dudes created for their Drakenheim setting. Yeah, I think that would be a really cool idea. Right, Warding Bond. Is that from the Skyrims? Ah, okay. I could join the game. Well, I'm only quickly testing. I'm not doing any multiplayer stuff right now. I'm just testing Quicksand, but I appreciate it. Yeah, well, let me just level up the Druid real quick for Spore. For spore, for spore, for spore. Circle of the spores. Yep. And you will see, it does work. Right, so... Oh, we need someone to cast Warding Bond on, but I don't have any party members on this save file. This is heavy armor, so... Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Medium armor, medium armor, medium armor. I don't have any medium armor. Do I have a chest in is this heavy armor? That's medium armor. Okay, cool. I'm only joking. Pretty sure mods would destroy me. Yeah. All it takes for you lot, I swear. Okay. Let's find a... Oh, I could... Oh, I don't have hirelings either. I'll go find some party members. Oh, my god. Let's go find Shadowheart. She's close. And then we can get straight into combat after casting Warding Bond on her. And we'll see where we go from there. I could go for Symbiotic Entity as well. So we've got the temporary HP. The effects are up. We have the bonus to chronic damage. I love the goofy walk that Dragonborns have while you're holding weapons. It's quite funny.
What's up for discussion?
Hi, Shadowheart.
These things are going to
You're gonna hear me like skipping dialogue. It's gonna be really annoying. Sorry, you're gonna hear my spacebar.
Hopefully, there's no more. But you can call me Shadowheart.
I'm the judge. I love it. Right. Okay. You. Right. Let's cast Warding Bond on you. Just as a level 2. Alright, she has Warding Bond. And now we rage.
More of those wretched things.
Alright, bitches.
Better stay back.
Where's rage? Where's rage? Where's rage? There's rage. Rage does not end Warding Bond. It is still up despite raging, which means it will work. You Warding Bond casted on you, not to cast it. No, the idea was, Matria, that we take the pain from other party members. That's the whole point. No, guys, you've got the wrong idea. We don't want the resistance on us. We want to take the damage that our party members are taking. That's the plan. We don't want Warding Bond for us. We want Warding Bond on our party members so we take their damage. That's the idea. Unless that's totally stupid. In which case, we want the pain, yeah. Why are we here? I know what that means. Just to suffer. There we go. There it is. I guess picking an evil cleric would also give us some dialogue options. Yeah, that's the only thing, is that we can't pick Leviathan. Now, I tested the resistance works on spores. It should do, because what spores is it's just temporary HP, and resistance is applied to all damage. It's stupid, let's do it. And you take less damage after the Warding Bond reduces their damage. Yes, because we take their damage, and we should reduce their damage because we're resistant to damage types, right? Especially if we decide to go Wild Heart Bear, so we're just resistant to a lot of things. Let's see what happens if myself or Shadowheart gets hit here. Well, they missed. Yeah, so we take 2 psychic damage. I'll just have to move you guys over. Yeah, so the judge took 2 psychic damage. So that means we take the same damage type that our allies take. So if we maybe go for Bear Heart Barbarian, we tank every damage type except for Psychic, which is only really from Mind Flayer type enemies anyway. So we take not very much damage at all. I just had to reload 6 hours of... Oh no. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, comrade. Right. I think that's what we're going for. Let me exit this. Let's get back to what we're really here for. Right, so I think, right, we've got an idea. I think we've got a solid plan. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we could get some, like the adamantine scale mail, which is medium armor, that can reduce some damage or something. I don't get it. Why protect others? It's not Ilmater. Well, it's not about protecting others. It's about just taking on pain. That's kind of the point. It's not about that. Parapet of Wound Closure and the Shattered Flail should keep you healthy enough. Yeah, I'll have to put the Shattered Flail in there as an option. How much Cleric do we need for Warding Bond? A minimum of 3. So to my mind, that's Cleric 4. So we have that feat. Because let's be honest, if you go Barbarian, right, you only need 5 levels, really, because, especially with Wildheart, if that's the way we go, and I think it will be the way we go, this stuff is cool, but it's not really worth it, in my opinion. The only reason I would want to kind of go to higher levels is just for the higher HP. Cleric 3, Barb 9. Yo, I thought we were fighting nude with this one. Yeah, but what you can do, right, Necktie, is swap to camp clothing and then just not have any camp clothing on. Or in my way of doing it would be, there's a camp clothing in this game. I think it's called the Umber Trousers or something. Yeah, 4 to 8 gives 3 feats. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. A 4-8 split. Because we want to go quite high in Barbarian, actually, now when I think about it, because we want those high hit die. You still need 3 level 2 spell slots if you want to do Warding Bond to all party members. That's true. That's a good point. So, there is a necklace that gives an additional level 2 spell slot, but that's only in Act 3. Yeah, and we could also get the Pearl of Power from Act 1. That would restore a spell slot. 4 Cleric, 8 Barb. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Miguel. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Because the whole idea is, like, it's almost like making, like, the ultimate, like, team tank, because you're literally taking damage for other people. And in turn resisting their, helping them resist damage. In Endgame, there's that Warding Bond, Shield, and the Pair of Rings. Yeah, I know the ones you're talking about. The Lover's Rings from Act 2 to protect your loved one. Yeah, so if we go to, if we go to Cleric, hold on. Yeah, by 3rd level of Cleric, you would have, 2 level 2 spell slots, plus the spell slot. Yeah, well, if we go to level 4, look, we get 3 level 2 spell slots, so that's the whole party anyway, so we don't even really need to think about it. If we go 8 Barb, 4 Cleric, we have enough level 2 spell slots for the whole party. We get all the feats. We get a high HP pool because of Gold Dwarf and Barbarian levels. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we've got it. I think we've got the levels. The type of Cleric would be the only other thing, and honestly, what's Leviathar's domain? Death. Well, 4 Horsemen and all that, I think War. Because War would give us bonus action attacks. As well as, well, we don't need that stuff, but we could get Guided Strike, we could get Spiritual Weapon as well. We could get a few things. I think that could work. Yeah, War. I think we've got it. I think it's Wild Heart Barbarian 8. I'll put Bear in brackets. I'll do it over here because I'm very particular about my documents. And then War Cleric. War. I think that works. I think we still want Ethel's Boon and Potion. Everlasting Vigor. 4 plus 3 Strength. We're going to place a Gold Dwarf. 4 HP buff. don't forget that we've got to wear a mask. Is that is there a reason for that? Or sorry, I don't know if that's a lore thing or a meme or what. What about Nature Cleric for Thorn Whip? I see where you're going with that, Matria, but we're going to want to be raging all the time, and we can't use it while raging. So I'm not... I mean, I understand why you'd want it, but I don't think it's worth it. I think the bonus action attacks would do more for the build overall. I think I need to order from my local pizzeria. I might not be able to come back to the stream, so I'm going to wish all you guys a good evening and good luck with the builds. Thanks, Rexio. Thank you for joining in. It was good to have you here back again. What about Sorrow's Thorn Whip? Again, it's a cantrip. It cannot be cast while raging, even the Sorrow version, unfortunately. You know too well after that Sharos build, eh? Yeah, nice try. Horns of the Berserker, please. It makes so much sense. Yes, absolutely. We've got the weapons already anyway. So yeah, let's go. So we've got the levels, we've got the weapons, we've got... Oh yeah, we want to look at feats as well, actually. Can we look at feats first, I think? Let's do that. Because I kind of want to make sure we're able to get... here we are. So we're going to get 3 ability score improvements. If we use the Enraging Heart Garb for a +2 to our Constitution, because we'll have 16 con, we can perhaps go from there. Because we want a Durable. The Constitution's ability score increases by 1 to a maximum of 20. Regain all hit points every time you take a short rest. You know, I've covered the screen. How have I covered the screen? What? I minimized that. That should go away. There you go. My apologies. I might take that off stream, actually, because it's going to be a pain in the arse to manage. There you go. We're 177 HP at level 12. Damn! That's good. Let me just see, really quick. Yeah, so the thing is, like, with Durable, right? The main thing there is the full hit points every time you take a short rest. That's good. But I feel like, because the way we're doing the ability scores with this build, with the +1 to our Constitution is just going to leave us with an odd number. We need a feat to get strength on the offhand attack. Oh, right! Because we're using the mace as well, we need dual wielder. Ugh, this is tricky, because we want to dual wield the dagger and shit. This build is really feat hungry. I don't think we need durable. Because the way ability scores are going to work out on this build, I don't think it's necessary. The full hit points every time we take a short rest is nice. But since there is a part of this build that wants to be low HP too, in a way, I don't know. How to check the list of equipment which reduce the number to get critical hits. If you search crit threshold reduction on the wiki in like the little search bar, it will come up with a page that lists all the equipment. And we'd also need to... the thing is right, the reason I want to dual wield is so we can have the dagger in the offhand to trigger the Leviatar ability. We don't actually need to use the dagger to attack. True Love's Caress and Embrace rings give 1 party member warding. Yes, I know. But with the levels of cleric that we're taking, we don't actually need it because we'll have enough casts of warding bond to fit the whole party. Ethel's Boon. Yeah, we are using Ethel's Boon, but we're using it for strength. Because the thing is because I want to put points into Constitution and get the tough feat, being able to put Strength at 17 to start, Ethel's Boon, and then +2 with the Potion of Everlasting Vigor to get that to 20, are without any improvements. Let me look at tough really quick. Let's have a look. Yeah, hit point maximum is increased by 2 for each level. Yeah. So I think perhaps we need to drop the dual wielding thing then and just try and focus on a single weapon instead. And my only issue with this build, like the only thing I'm having a big issue with is both of the weapons we've chosen. I've just accidentally opened Task Manager. Is they're both like +0 weapons. Like they're great for the early game. But I think we need a late game option that's strong enough to feel like, you know, valid in the late game. Dual wielding tough and strength ASI. I mean, Miguel, we can get 20 strength without any ASIs. Buff them with the Drake Throat? Maybe. We might need to Withers buff dealer? Maybe. But at the end of the day, that still only makes them plus 1 weapons, which really isn't good enough. Late game weapon is a copy of 50 Shades of Grey. Just twin buff for Sork. Hi, someone. Just got to the stream. How's the build looking currently? We're in a weird state where we're trying to figure out exactly how we want to do the ability scores and the feats. Because we want to get a lot of Constitution, and we want Strength, and we're trying to figure out how to get that while also getting, like, Tough as well. About the AC flail from the Gift Merchant? Oh, you mean the flail? I know the one you're talking about. It's this one. Where is it? It's a Defender Flail, yeah. Reduces incoming bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage by 1, and we get a +1 to our armor class. I see. I see what you're going for there. I don't know. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. Is live dead? Sorry, no, I am here. I had to blow my nose, and you didn't want to hear that. Yeah, so, I think the way I want to do this, right, because let's actually outline the stats real quick. So we're going to start with a 17 in Strength, a 16 in Constitution. I'd say put the rest of the points into Dex, and I'm not too worried about the other stats so much. In fact, I'm down for this being like a mental dumb stat character just for the fun of it. Yeah, Faye, that's pretty much perfect. That's basically what I was thinking. And then, if we use the armor piece I want to use, I'll show you real quick. I've got to get better at navigating the wiki, honestly. Yeah, the Enraging Heart Garb. It gives us a +2 to Constitution up to 20, so that is an ability score improvement we don't need to take. The Shattered Flail is actually a +2 weapon, but that madness can be tricky. That is true, Travelback. What do you think of the Illithid Power Fierce Perilous Stakes? Oh, isn't that the one that... Hold on. That might actually work. For this build. Let's see. Perilous Stakes. Invest a creature with power that heals it when it attacks, but also makes it vulnerable to all damage. I actually think it's better cast on an enemy, because you could cast it on an enemy and then set them up for a ton of damage, I think. Crimson Mischief for legendary weapon on the offhand. Sorry, just joined. What build are we doing? Hi, Felipe. I hope I pronounced that right. We are building Leviathan. We're kind of building like a team tank build. Don't listen to Necktie. Hi, Rob. Good to see you. We are on Leviathan. We did, for late game, would the Baldur and Giant Slayer be worth it, or is that too late? Hi, Grey Hat. It would be good, but I've recommended that so many times. Can we even cast Perilous on an enemy? I think so. If I'm not mistaken, it would make sense for you to be able to do so. When cast on allies, there is no saving throw. In honor mode, this ability can only be cast on allies. So you could do it in the base game, but not honor mode. Sword of Chaos for heals. Oh, that's actually a good idea. What other deities have you done in this live? Just Lathander at the moment, Victor. There's a power for psychic damage on every attack. Yes, and that also deals damage to ourselves, so that would work. Maybe. Maybe Illithid powers could be worked into this. I will look at them probably when I actually do the testing for this build on my own time. Look for the enhanced, but okay. Very much stuck on this at the moment. Hold on. Where's the enhanced version? Fierce Perilous Stakes. Yeah, but this is only during the final quest. That's like spoiler stuff. I'm not getting into that. Yondala. Maybe later, Chris. When we do another vote, be sure to put it up for the vote. Illithid Tadpole granting new and innovative ways for Leviathan priests to experience pain. Let's cast Peerless Stakes on ourselves. Trust me, it'll be funny. It'd be interesting, because I think the resistances from Bear, Barbarian, and the Perilous Stakes thing would actually cancel each other out, so it'd just be normal damage. That's kind of funny. Except for, like, Psychic, because we don't resist that naturally. Tell you what, I think... yeah, I think we can go for the Leviathan Mace in the start. I think dual wielding is not what we want for this build. I think we start with the... I think we could do the Shattered Flail, honestly. That might be a good idea. Let me have a look at it. Where is it? Wait, what? It's disappeared. Hold on. Where's it gone? Shattered Flail. It's a Oh, okay. Larian? What the hell are you doing? The Blood of Lathander, clearly a Morningstar, is a mace. The Shattered Flail is a mace. It literally has flail in the name. If I run a Sorlak, Will, and Karlak, who should be the 4th party member? Whatever you want, but my recommendation is a healing cleric, probably. So, Shadowheart. Why? Flails are cope, only maces exist? Larian was just being silly. I'm losing my mind over these choices. But as a +2 weapon, especially one that we could get early on, and I like the madness aspect, I actually think the Shattered Flail should be brought up as an option for the early game. I think. It makes sense to me. In my opinion. I'm gonna put them down there as like options. I'll talk about them all in the video. And then I think for a late game option, what did we say earlier? It back for stream died on me. Oh, sorry, Theodore. You know, flails, maces, they're all just a thing you hit another thing with. That if you broke a flail and it became a stick, you would still call it a flail. Yeah! Let's see. What were we talking about for Act 3 option? Somebody said something really interesting and I completely forgot. Oh, the Sword of Chaos. That was right. I just remembered it. The Sword of Chaos. Because it heals on hit. And we can kind of mitigate HP that way. Yeah, I'm just going to put it on. And it does necrotic damage, so it feels like a natural upgrade of the Leviathan Scourge. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Sword of something. Yeah. We figured it out. Oh, you meant weapons? Oh, sorry. Why are we using flails and not the whipping cane? Because the whipping cane is... We already did Sharess, okay? Because the whipping cane is not that great of a weapon, if we're being realistic. I mean, look at the damn thing. No. Not using it. We definitely need the Enraging Heart Garb. That's pretty much non-optional. I'm definitely going to say we want the Tough Feet as well. Easily. I think the armor is going to be the Enraging Heart Garb, and then now we can just kind of figure out the rest from there. I've left the wiki entirely. Hey, look! The Resonance Stone, otherwise known as the bane of my existence. Right. Items time. I see the stream is still horny as all get on. It's not too bad. I think the cane is just a club. Good idea for a Shillelagh build, though. Yeah. I was already broken after Sharesi. His head needs to blow off some steam after that. Yeah. Let's wait. What did you just make me say? Crimson Mischief? I don't know, Sin. Just because I don't really want to dual wield with this build. I think it's a good idea, but also the fact that the Crimson Mischief comes after like a pretty major thing in the game, and like it's quite late game. I don't know. It's hard. I mean, the Sword of Chaos is slightly earlier. I don't know. I like the Sword of Chaos more for this build, I think. Did you ever consider doing a build where you only use the surgical weapons from the House of Healing in Act 2? Yes. I did try to do a build with this when I was back doing my Halloween builds last October. And yeah, I couldn't get it to work in a way that I liked. I will need to figure it out. I might do like a monk cleric that's like healing and death and such. I don't know. I still have to think about it. Because in order to buff up the damage die on some of those weapons, because some of them are like considered daggers, you need like monk levels to make them decent. The Deathstalker Mantle, because this, yeah, I think this is going to be a dirge, most likely. In fact, I think we said that earlier, so I'll put that in the doc as well. Dirge. I really want to do a bomber build, just flinging smoke powder bombs at people. Yeah, that could be fun. Somebody asked me to do like an infantry build where it's just a guy who uses like grenades and crossbows. And I'm like, ah, that could be cool. Oh, we could actually use a shield in the early acts, maybe. Before we get the greatsword. I might leave that up to player choice, though. Alright, so we need headwear, cloak, handwear, footwear, amulet rings. Okay, so we got the main armor. We said the Deathstalker Mantle. I mean, it makes sense. It's really good. It should do the trick. I'll pop it on there. It might be slightly counterintuitive because we technically want people to hit us and invisibility prevents that, but I don't know. What do you mean shield? From what? I don't know. A Unabomber build? Headwear. Oh, we decided on the Horns of the Berserker, didn't we? Where's that? Yeah, here they are. You gain a +2 to attack rolls while attacking a creature that's already taken damage. Unarmed melee attacks will deal an extra 2 necrotic damage as long as you don't have your full health. If you don't deal any damage this turn, you'll take 1d4 necrotic damage. Yeah, it makes too much sense. It's an Act 3 option. I will figure something out as an earlier game option in my own time. Handwear. What could we get for handwear? Tell you what, there was actually some gloves I was thinking about. And you guys tell me what you think about this. Let me just see if I can find them. Oh, they might be an Act 3 option, though. In which case, maybe not. Yeah, the Bone Spike gloves. Your attacks ignore resistance to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage. Like, you must feel pain. How about the poison cap with poisonous gloves and brood mothers? Yeah, we could do, I'm going to put probably some healing equipment on here as well. Or if you plan on doing a grenade build, Arcane Trickster gives you opponent mage hand, so you could... Yeah, that could work. Isn't Leviathar's serving ball? Oh yeah, I guess they technically are. Hell Rider and Ring of Regen? Norse Kratos, Eldritch Knight plus Berserker, Greek Kratos, Battlemaster, Berserker, plus dual wield swords, plus Drake for a Glaive, Elemental Fire. What do you think? I mean, yeah, I wish there was a way to be able to easily switch weapons in D&D, like, so you could kind of do both. But yeah, you could absolutely, yeah, Eldritch Knight plus Berserker makes total sense for Axe Kratos, and yeah, I would say Battlemaster Berserker with dual wield. Yeah, makes total sense, honestly. Yeah, I think you got a good one there, lad. Yeah, that's the thing. Even though they were a child of Bull, we might not care. I mean, this might be a character who doesn't start serving Leviatar until after what happens in Act 1. Martial Exertion Gloves? Yeah, those are also Act 3, though, aren't they? Let's see. Yeah, these are the ones that give us... Yeah, they make us take a ton of damage, which could get us into that low HP range if we want. But and it's once per short rest, but we would gain an additional attack per turn and double our movement speed as well. I could see that. Not sure there's anything else, actually, that we'd really want from the glove options, if I'm being honest. Leviatar is a 7 of Bane. That could be interesting then from a character dynamic, actually, Vlad, because the Dead 3, as much as they do work together, they're also always trying to one-up each other. There's literally dialogue from Bane in-game that kind of says that, I think. So, yeah, that could actually be an interesting dynamic. Flash Melter Cloak, no touchy. Wish my nose wasn't so blocked today. Ugh. Let's see. Unfortunately, all the stuff that kind of works for this build is like Act 3, which is annoying. I can see the Dark Justicia go. Oh, wait, I just realized something actually. No, we don't. We need to make sure we stick to clothing as well. Leviathan was a servant of Baal and a rival to Tymora. Later, she fell under the influence of Shah and to later serve Bane. I see. Well, Dudge does have some history with Gortash. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? I would say maybe the Dark Justicia gauntlets for extra necrotic damage until you get into Act 3. And then I would say either the Martial Exertion gloves or the Bone Spike gloves. I like that. I think that's what I'm going to go with. For sure. Control V. Then /or. Is this a Dark Urge build? Yes. We kind of decided that we like that thematically, but it's not necessarily required, I would say. Not necessarily required, but I like it thematically. History is a nice way to put it, yeah. What can we go for with boots? Nothing medium, so we need something from the cloak, like the non-armor ones. Not those ones. Let's see. Tyrannical. Checkmate. No. Boots of Speed could be good. Evasive Shoes could be good. Hey, Hobo, I need to move right now. I'll be back soon. Yeah, no worries, Faye. Nobody feel like you have to stay. It's perfectly fine. Let me see. You stopped awfully long there. If I don't come back, good afternoon. Yeah, see you later, Faye. Sorry, I was just thinking. Bone Spike gloves are kind of bad for build making because you get them so late. Yeah, but I include them as like, well, they're only Act 3. I just include them as an option if people want to grab them. But my Karlak rocked them and it was cool, yeah. Hi chat, first time joining live. What's going on? Hi Maro, I hope I pronounced that right. We are doing Leviathan. We did we're building a Chosen of Leviathan. We did a Lathander earlier. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. Could go for level 6 above and do a sort of status or DOT setup. Target cleave and poison gear. Jump in and maim the target while applying 2 dots. We kind of already... That could be a different build, but we kind of already decided what we wanted to do with this one. I'm just trying to figure out the equipment now, and then the build will be done. I don't know, I don't see any particular boots that really, like, strike me, honestly. I might just pick a generic, kind of, like, decent option, like the Boots of Speed or the Evasive Shoes. Most of the interesting items are in X3, it's a shame. Yeah. That's one of the issues I have with this game. Is that obviously it makes sense to have some of the best equipment in the game be in the end game, but it sucks when you want to try and make interesting stuff like this, especially in a game that encourages so much replayability. Yes, I know those boots are still there, Matria. I'm choosing to ignore it. I mean, the Disintegrating Nightwalkers are always good, but we can't cast Misty Stab. We can still pick them. No, we can't. Legal. It's officially a bannable offense. I'm kidding, obviously, but nah. The Boots of Speed. Hold on. Right, I think I could see the Boots of Speed being a good option just for the extra movement speed, so we can get straight into the thick of combat. That makes sense to me. Maybe Shoe Slinger. Yeah, that's another Act 3 thing, though. I can see what you mean. And you also have to do like a bunch of stuff because you get them from like Tara. I think just reloading chat because sometimes chat freezes for me, so I'm just reloading it to make sure it's all okay. Hey, Big Gordo. We are doing Leviatar, and it's quite fun. Right, element. There we go. You just dropped your mic? No? It's on my desk. Was there a big noise? What about the Misty Step boots? No. Calico, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. But yeah, Big Order, we're doing Leviatar at the moment. I'm thinking I'm just gonna pick Boots of Speed. I think they are just one of the solid options. I might change my mind later, but for the sake of moving on and not just being stuck on this, I think I'll go with the Boots of Speed. Because it would effectively... No, you just turned off the mic, there was no noise. Oh, I was probably blowing my nose. For some reason my nose is stuffed up today. Is this Sharesh Part 2? It almost was, but I managed to bring back the chaos a bit and turn this into something a bit more serious. As for the amulets... Maybe the AC boot, I think. Yeah, those are the evasive shoes. Those are a potential option. Oh, we were going to go with this one, weren't we? The Periapt, because it would allow us to automatically stabilize when downed and always maximize the number of hit points restored. I think that makes sense. Any healing that we do, I think that makes sense. I'll slap that in there. And then... Stuffy knows here too. You still haven't apologized, by the way. It's because, right, again, I work in education, as I've stated. And I am just constantly ill with something. Like, whether it be COVID or whatever. And at the moment, we've got norovirus, like, making the rounds. And I'm hoping it's not that. I don't think it is, because I don't feel that ill. But it's just my nose is really stuffed up again. I've got some Sudafed. I should really... Oh, I've got Albus oil actually right next to me. Right, this is going to be really weird. I'm about to snort Albus oil on stream. Not for lack of trying, we're getting so close to chaos. I just have a shit immune system. Same, Sin. Same. I work in a profession that requires to have a high immune system, and I just don't. Yeah, so I think we're going with the Periapts for that. So now we just need rings. And I think we decided that we wanted the Ring of Regeneration. Just for the little bit of healing that it gives us, which makes sense. And I can see... What other ring could work? Ring of Protection could work. Ooh! After death do us part, when the wearer is downed, they rise once more with half their hit points, but become gripped by shadow possession, which basically just drives you mad and makes you attach people. Shake my head. Albus oil, okay. Albus oil is not a drug. Or it's not Albus oil. It's just... It's literally just like a... It's not even drugs. It's actually just like a natural remedy. It's got like oils and shit in it, and it just helps clear your nose. Yeah. After Death Do Us Part could be really good. They're both Act 3 options, but I don't think any of the earlier game rings are really essential to this build, if I'm being honest. Wellspring Ring for Permanent Bless? You mean Whispering Promise? That's true. That could also be a good one. Excuses. Oh, leave me alone. I'm trying not to... I'm just trying to clear my nose a bit so you guys don't have to hear me sniffing and it's all gross. Okay, look. It's not enough oil to be weird. It's like a tiny bottle. It's smaller than, like... I don't even know what a good comparison would be for most people. It's like the size of, like, a chapstick. It's not crazy. But we want to hear sniffs? Okay, that's just weird. And my nose is already clearing up, actually. It's very useful. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I like the rings that we've chosen here. I'll leave it as an option, but I definitely think the Ring of Regen. Plus, you could go for this in the endgame if you want, but the Whispering Promise could be done earlier with the healing that you could get if you go with the Shattered Flail. That could also work. I think we've got it. I think we've got Leviatar down. I think. Crusher's Ring? Yeah, Crusher's Ring would give us more movement speed, but we kind of got the boots of speed for that. I weekly shove my hands into grim, dusty computers that haven't been cleaned for months, which isn't good for an asthmatic. Oh, so you actually work, like... Oh, okay. That's interesting. Do you work with... I remember, did you say you worked in IT? I can't remember, Sin. Sorry. I remember you... I think you told me something like that on the Lethal Company stream, which is honestly, it was just a blur to me at this point. Chaos, here we come. Right, so, I think we've got it. I think we've got the build. Let me just go over it real quickly so everyone's happy. We're going to be a Barbarian mixed with a War Cleric for, you know, the Warding Bond and the tanking shenanigans. We're going to be a Dark Urge Gold Dwarf because that gives us more HP. We're going to be using Ethel's Boon and the Potion of Everlasting Vigor for +3 strength, so we don't have to put any ability score improvements into it. We're grabbing the Tough Feat and Constitution ability score improvements. Then we're going for the Leviathan weapons, plus the Shattered Flail, and then eventually the Sword of Chaos as our weapons. We're using the Enraging Hard Garb for extra Constitution, and, you know, all the kind of extra stuff like the Horns of the Berserker, the Martial Exertion gloves, the Bone Spike gloves, the Boots of Speed, and then we got some healing with our accessories. We're also grabbing Leviathan's Love as a buff. I think that works. Could always do the old reliable risky ring, so high on pain that the attacks hit, but mentally you were getting unstable. I see where you're going with that. And you could totally do that if you wanted to, but I don't see how it benefits this build. Because the big issue we would have here is if we start failing saving throws left, right, and center, which we might already be doing because of our low soft stats, it could be problematic. I'll leave it as an option for people to choose. I can always put it in the video. You're a technician at a local repair shop. That's right, you did say that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Whew. I need to clean my PC, actually. That's a good reminder. And I'd cut you off. What's the class? We are a Wild Heart Barbarian mixed with War Cleric. Barbarian 8, War Cleric 4. I kind of like the chaotic element of the Risky Ring. Okay, I'll put it in there then. As an option. Because that's the whole thing about these builds, is that they're supposed to be flexible, so if people want to do different things, they absolutely can. There you go. It's in the document. Right. I think we are done with Leviathan, and honouring the previous results of the poll, I think we're doing Ilmata next. We are doing Ilmata next. I am surreptitiously... Oh, I can't even read that word. I'm surreptitiously... What is that word? I should be able to read it. Giving people enough details to steal my identity. Right, let's read up on Ilmata then, shall we? Let's read the D&D page, this page, and then we'll read Forgotten Realms. Give me a sec. Yeah, we're going to move on to Ilmata now. Oh, I have to see the Leviathan video to understand what monstrosity we have conjured fully. Yeah, I know what you mean. It'll be fine. You mean sneaky? Right. Apologies. Wait, Ilmata? That's the same thing, just at a different point in the spectrum? It's not the exact same thing. Because the thing is where Leviathan is about, like, masochism, Ilmata is more about, like, strength despite being, like, what do you call it? Strength through adversary? Or no, that's not right. What's it called? You know, English is my first language, and I don't know half the bloody words in it. Yeah, Ilmata is it's a bit more of a Jesus figure. Like, you take on pain to be stronger. It's about life, whereas Leviathan is about death and pain. But you can see here, Ilmata's domain is life. Ilmata, yeah, it's more about healing. Or defending, yeah. Adversity, thank you. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Someone compared Ilmata to Jesus earlier? Yeah, yeah. Ilmata more the protective daddy type. There's strength in pain. To endure is to win. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. It's a totally different vibe. I think it's interesting because it starts with a similar idea, but the two concepts widely diverge. The Crying God protects the oppressed and persecuted. His clergy is sworn to alleviate suffering, even if that means taking on that pain personally. This deity can be selected by a player cleric. Yeah. Could you show in the gameplay part of the video how much tanking he can do? Yeah, I might have to set up quite specific circumstances to really show it off. But I could just stand in, like, the middle of a group of enemies and just let them bombard me. No necktie. Let's move. Okay, I'm gonna have to be a little bit, and I apologize for this. I'm gonna have to be a little bit. Bring the hammer down. Let's move past the kinky, horny stuff. It was funny when we did Sharess, and it was funny at the start, but let's bring it back a little bit because I feel like that's not what this is. I'm thinking Life Cleric, Open Hand Monk mix, since he avoids fighting when possible, but absolutely throw hands when it comes push to shove. Yeah, I think we could be like somebody who can talk their way out of things for the most part. Don't forget about Ilmater arrows and healing spells. Ilmater arrows. Give me a second. To check that. No, don't worry about it, Necktie. It's fine. It's just sometimes there is a point where a joke goes too far. That's all. Ilmatari Combat Manual. What? A set of dispatch orders followed by Ilmatari monks residing in the Open Hand Temple. Many would ask how the Open Hand Temple should respond to its acts of violence against our persons. Well, that's a most sticky conundrum. So I'm just kind of reading this. Oh! Well, that, I think, kind of tells me what we're supposed to do. I mean... doesn't that kind of say we should be an open hand monk? It's literally in the game. The Ilmater arrows are named, ironically, they are cursed arrows to spite him. Oh, okay. So monk with a bow? Oh, a bow monk could be fun, actually. Oh, let me see if I can find the Ilmater arrow. Why can't I find Ilmater's aid? Okay, so there's actually this one. Oh, but it's inaccessible. God damn it. Hold on, arrows. I can't actually find the Ilmater arrows that you guys are talking about. Arrow of Ilmater. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like it's named by a cleric of Leviatar for her own amusement. Yes, this is about Leviatar, not Ilmater. Open hand monk. Is bow monk even possible? Oh, hell yeah. Bow monk's possible. Could you unpin the straw pole? Is it not unpinned? I did unpin it, didn't I? Refresh the stream, Hammock. Because it's unpinned for me. You would see it here if it wasn't, you would see it at the top of my chat. Yeah, you might have to refresh the stream, Hammock. Yeah, so, yeah, this is made to spite Leviatar, so to spite Ilmater, so I don't think we should use them. Yeah, it's kind of weird that this is just kind of how the build stream worked out. Right, so, immediately I'm thinking Open Hand Monk, because it seems like there's a strong connection there. So I think it's a good thing that we held off on Monk for Leviatar, because I wasn't, or, for Lathander, because that was initially the plan. So, Wizard? What do you think? What do you mean Wizard? What for? Yeah, that worked. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so, why Wizard, Matria? I'm curious. This would be a monk like Abjuration. Oh, for spreading... I see what you mean. No, you know what? This could be interesting, right? You can cast Sanctuary on other people, not just yourself. What if we did Monk with a couple of level dips into Wizard and Cleric, respectively, for Abjuration? Oh, but then we'd need 6 levels of Wizard to be able to put it on other people. Because I was thinking, an Arcane Ward Monk. That's what I'm thinking. Abjuration, Wizard plus Warding Bond, Life Cleric. Yeah, I see what you mean, but I feel like we need Monk in there because there's straight up stuff in the game that says there's like Ilmater and the Open Hand Temple are basically connected. And I think we were suggesting the bow because of the arrows of Ilmater, but now that we've learned that they're from Leviatar, actually, we probably shouldn't do those. Well, we'll see. Let me actually look at Ilmater. Oh my God. An avatar of Ilmater, the Broken God. Ilmater, known as whatever, Lulutian, to people of the Great Glacier as Eric and was the Faerunian intermediate deity of endurance, martyrdom, perseverance, and suffering. The crying god was the patron of the suffering, oppressed, and the persecuted, and the one who endures, encouraged them to endure, and encouraged others to help them by taking their burdens or places. The rack-broken lord was a willing sufferer, bearing the pain of others to spare them from it. It was said that if he had his way, he would do so for all the suffering in the world. Okay, yeah, so literally Jesus. Sanctuary can be casted with Twin Spell. That's interesting. Abjuration wizards can deflect pain from other people so that you take their hits. That's true. You would get a nice contrast to Leviathan. Leviathan was a mostly martial build, and Ilmater is a mostly caster build. Well, I can see that. God of male pattern baldness. This man is literally suffering for, like, the sins of it, or, like, for the pain of everyone around him, and you're just like, man's bald. Here's the martyr of all martyrs, puts Jesus to shame. Same with your Bahamut and Tiamat build. I see. Told you so. Yeah. No, it's fun. It's funny, Sid. It's funny. Yeah. Gender masculine. Alignment. Domains life and twilight. Lawful good. Yeah, so we're definitely... I feel like we need life cleric in there somewhere, right? Well, we need to take a 1-level dip of cleric at least anyway to get the dialogue. It's alright, Sid. Don't worry about it. Like, I feel like that makes sense, right? I feel like that makes sense. So, let's think for a minute. Yeah, we don't need that. Was the incarnation of compassion and the eternal foe of suffering, a generous, good-spirited, and even-tempered deity of a kind and gentle nature. He sought to offer aid and relief to the world, words of comfort to those in pain, who are oppressed or otherwise in great need. He encouraged them to endure their pain, suffering, and abuse. The good things come to those who waited. He encouraged his faithful to halt and relieve the suffering of others, and to take it on themselves if they must. A martyr himself was a willing sufferer, taking one's place to bear their burden, seeking to endure any pain, if it would lessen the pain of another. Well, if he is literally a monk and a martyr is literally Jesus, then our guy needs to rock a tonsor. Tonsor? A BG3 gunk would be pretty fun. Like, you could use the Hour of Salving or other support arrows to still bring in the bow part. Not that many bow monks out there. Okay, I'll have to look at that. I've just finished a run with your Barbarian Dark Urge build on Honor, and it was one of the best runs I've had. I've been trying to build a Dark Urge monk and couldn't find anything that fit. Really? I didn't... So you've actually managed to finish Honor mode of one of my builds. That's... Oh, that's awesome. I've been trying to find a build for a Dark Urge monk, but I can't find anything that fit. I mean, off the top of my head, I would say Open Hand makes the most sense. I mean, Shadow exists, but I feel like Open Hand for just beating people down. I don't know. I did Shadow Assassin for my doge. Yeah, that could also work, actually. Tonsor is a class... Oh, it's a hairstyle. I thought Tonsor was a weapon. What if you have him cast Warning Bond on all 3 party members and... Oh, we kind of did that already, Rob, for the last build. Oh, see you later, Sin. Thanks for coming by. Glad you stuck around for as long as you could. I'm glad you got to see Leviathan done at least. Well, manifested as an... Okay, I think I get the idea. Wait, isn't there... This is going to sound strange, but I think there's an Illithid power that's perfect for this. Hold up. Let me have a look. I think it's called Transfuse Health. Sacrifice half your remaining hit points to heal a target for the same amount. Bro. That's exactly what this build needs. Open Hand Monks also get radiant damage at level 6. That's true, Enrico. Maybe this is another high HP build. Like, yes, it's an Illithid power, but if you only take one Illithid power, that doesn't make you like a Mind Flayer. If you're interested, yeah, but Illithid power's on a good guy. Okay, I feel like this... it makes sense. You will bear the burden of using the tadpole. There you go. Ilya just justified it. I was going to say, we could just hand wave it as a game mechanic, but no, Ilya actually came up with a really good justification then. Jesus Christ himself was an illithid? Okay, Chris, explain. You're explaining that one. I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Maybe use the Warding Bond ring so you don't need as many cleric levels? Yeah, maybe. Literally offering his own well-being for the greater good. Yeah, exactly. Hi, Rexio. Glad to have you back. We finished Leviathan, and now we're on to Ilmater. The Shadow Thrall by Hobo is a good one. Who's this? I haven't heard of this Hobo guy. I haven't watched his videos. Are they any good? Yes, the Shadow Thrall is one of my favorites, actually. I really like that build. And the Shadow Thrall is one we came up with on stream together, so I'm really proud of that one. No explanation, but faith. I'll take it on faith, then. I just wanted to use all the tadpoles. My Call of the Week does more damage than my attacks. Yeah. Life Cleric also gets Blessed Healer at level 6. Let me have a look at Life Cleric real quick. Preserve Life would be a good one. Revivify, Beacon of Hope. Regain +2 plus spell slot when casting a healing spell on another creature. I just became the new goat to the Kuatoa fish people. Oh, I see. You mean the new god. So you're actually playing the game right now. Hi, Mina. Good to see you. We're doing Ilmater. We've done Lathander and Leviathan today, so now we're doing Ilmater. I'm being honest. All hail Magalumpa. We'll also do our own monk bard and start our own Christian rock band with Volo. Off topic, but another good guy Illithid powers user is if you feel intimidated by threat, so decide to take a risk of using the tadpole, but increases the chances of swimming. Yeah. Oh, Hobo, I saw your name out there in the wild. There was a Reddit thread asking about good videos for builds on BG3, and I saw a few people throwing your name. Pretty cool. Oh, that's interesting. I don't really, Google myself. I don't know if it would come up if I did. I'd have to check. That's kind of cool, though. I like that. It's nice that people... It's nice that the word's getting out there, because sometimes... Because I can actually see which websites, links to my videos are posted on, because I can see where the traffic comes from. And I see people have shared my videos in Discord, on Reddit, a couple of times. I just don't get links to the specific threads or anything like that. On my Barbarian Dark Urge build, I sacrificed Will to Bull so I could get advantage on bleeding enemies. Oh, nice. Not gonna lie, you gave me inspiration for the deity builds based around the Eberron Pantheon, since I'm a big fan of that setting. I've heard of Eberron. Is that the one that the Warforged come from? That makes way too much sense. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can see a direct 6-6 split between Life Domain Cleric and Way of the Open Hand working here. I like the idea of this being a healer that also just, kicks ass. Like a, old, I almost picture it like an old, like Kung Fu movie style, like the old Master. Like, Master Roshi type dude. He's badass enough to, kick your ass. But he'll also, prepare, the greatest tea or whatever you can imagine that genuinely, heals you. So no wizard? I don't know. I like the idea of wizard. And I like the idea of that build in general, but I think there's such a strong connection with Monk from the Open Hand Temple, because there's literally a connection in dialogue, in the books, in the game, to Open Hand, and so I want to get the radiant damage from that, and I feel like the healing from Life Domain, and the fact that his domain is it just makes too much sense. The way I'd go for Wizard is if I was to take 2 levels of Wizard and get the Arcane Ward, but it's based on Wizard levels, and I don't want to go too high in Wizard, because it's too much of our ability scores spread thin. And that's also perfect, because they both... Yeah, kick-ass healer, yeah. Like South Park Jesus. They actually both benefit from Wisdom. That's just like Uncle Iroh without the fire. Yes, exactly, Uncle Iroh is a big thing there. Also, Open Hand Monk with Spirit Guardian sounds insane. Oh, absolutely. I've done it before. Are we all... I think we're in agreement. I think it's a decent one. Yeah, you also can't ward other people with Wizard until 6. Yes, exactly. I think that is a good idea. Because the thing is right, okay, when I make a deity build, It is not like, this is the only build I will ever make on this channel based around this deity. There could be two completely different ways of doing it. But I feel like the Life Domain and the Open Hand are just so inherently connected to Leviathan that I can't ignore it. If that makes sense. I'll definitely try that wizard concept. I mean, I kind of have done, Matria. If you want to look at my Mystic Theurge build from way back, that combined Cleric and Wizard with Arcane Ward for basically this exact purpose. The Leviathan, you say? Sorry, I think I probably misspoke. Makes sense to me. I prefer the Wizard build, but the popular option seems not to be. I genuinely think that my Mystic Theurge would work for this if you go back to that video. I think if you're interested, you should check it out. Don't forget picking up the 2 Illithid powers that are listed under other, so you Zathix and Aemilium's Potion. Both would work well for using supported Illithid powers. Well, we've got Transfuse Health, which I definitely think we want. In fact, I'm going to make a bonus. So let me just get this. I'm just going to organize my document real quick. Let me move my mic away a bit, so maybe the typing noises aren't so bad. I might sound a bit far away. That's because I've literally just put my microphone on the edge of my desk. Yeah, right. So Ilmata, Open Hand 6, Life, Cleric 6. And then with that, we get weapons. I'll figure that out later. But we want Illithid powers. I'm just organizing my document. Give me a sec. It's weird. I'm typing really efficiently now because you guys can't see me doing it. And Illithid powers. Okay. And I would say Transfuse Health is definitely going to be one of them. What was the other one that seemed good? If you have temp hit points with Transfuse Health, it takes the temporary hit points. Oh! There's potential synergy there. So it takes life from Aid. Well, Aid adds to your maximum hit points, not temporary hit points. In fact, Aid would be really good for this build. It justifies more Cleric levels, actually, but we're going to go for a 6-6 split because it gets the best of both worlds. What was the other one? There's Shield of Thralls. I don't think we want that. Favorable Beginnings. Favorable Beginnings could be good. Aemilium's Potion. I've not actually heard of this one. Aphelium's Potion. Let me scroll really far down. Oh, okay. Survival Instinct is a special action granted by completing the Help Aemilium Investigate the Parasite quest. This ability allows the character to save an ally from falling unconscious. Infuse the creature with psionic force. If it reaches 0 hit points, it heals instead of falling unconscious. Regains 3d4 hit points. Wow! That's actually really cool, and that gives this build a side objective in the form of a quest. Yeah, I'll pop it on there. I'm going to pop that on there. Yeah, okay. So now we just need to figure out weapons, armor, and accessories. Good solo build. Hi, Arthur, by the way. Thief 3, Tempus Cleric 1, Ranger 8 with the mobile feat. You can summon a familiar, give them Sanctuary, then cast Fog Cloud, hit the enemy twice with 2 weapons. Then hide in the fog. Wait, does Fog Cloud follow? Why are we casting a familiar and then giving them Sanctuary? What's that for? Just so you have a pet around? Can you explain that one in a bit more detail, please? Just in case I'm missing something. I really wish you could do an honor mode run without the single save issue. After getting the achievement, I prefer honor mode for the legendary actions. But the single save, and it's annoying on replete playthroughs. Can you enable legendary actions on custom mode? Yeah, Jeremy's just pointed it out, yeah. Yes! That's a good one, Enrico. Those gloves would make total sense. I know the ones you're talking about. Let me pull them up real quick. No, you cannot? Oh, that's a shame. I feel like that should be added, the ability to turn on the legendary actions. That would make a ton of sense. Let me grab those. I know the exact ones you're talking about. In fact, Radiant. Radiant. Why you no work? Where are they? I know the ones you're talking about. Yeah, here we go. The Seraphic Pugilist gloves. And until you get these, you could use the other ones, which are... There's like some ones you can get in Act 1. Maybe they will add it in this week's update. Yes, we're supposed to be getting patch 6 this week, aren't we? Oh, that always worries me whenever we get a new patch. Because it either buffs half of my builds or invalidates half of them. Hopefully it won't be too bad. No weapons because they only cause more suffering. True. But there might be weapons, in quotations, that will give us buffs. Like, we don't actually have to use them. Right? Let's go, new patch. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I always like what they do, but obviously they'll break mods and they'll change mechanics. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Yeah, I haven't touched the game since hearing about the patch. Yeah, the build killer patch. Well, I don't know. It says it's mainly about bug fixes and romance stuff, so maybe it won't be too bad. But I can see like things being adjusted. Like, they need to fix the shield bashes. I'm hoping this patch does that. I feel like the boots, armor, and hat of uninhibited Kashigo are musts. Yes, that makes sense. And in fact, there's actually... Hold on, if I do... Well, we can actually go... I think there's actually a page on the Kashigo stuff. Shield bash, yeah. Kashigo. Kashigo set. Here we go. Yeah, the hat, armor... Yeah, gloves. Gloves are for throwing and improvised weapons. So maybe not those ones so much. But the boots, armor, and the hat do make sense. And it would also have a nice fashion synergy as well. I find the shield bash is funny now because the animation plays and nothing happens. Yeah. When I did the Bahamut build, I did a shield bash in the combat footage and literally nothing happened. And it was on like the legendary shield too, so something should be happening. I feel like for the gloves, we could do, because there's the ones that give fire damage instead of... Yeah, we could do the gloves of Cinder and Sizzle just to get that extra d4 of damage until we get the Radiant ones. I like that. Is Polar Master still bugged? I think so. Reports have said that it does, because I think it's synergy... I think it's... The main thing that's bugged is its synergy with, what's it called? Great Weapon Master? Tell you what, do you think they're gonna nerf, Tavern Brawler? Because I see the talk about Dex Monks in chat. I could see them nerfing it. A bit. They did nerf it in the last patch a little bit, but only because I think it was an unintended synergy with throwing. The bonus action doesn't carry any extra effects. Do you think they'll ever add the unattainable items into the game? They have added new items for patches, like they added Orin's armor. They might. I would hope they do. They say I would say, oh, they're probably saving the stuff for DLC. But this is Act 1 as well, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. We'll take that. Yeah, no, but they've gone on record multiple times to state that they're not doing DLC, which I think is really strange. Like, don't get me wrong, right? The game is a complete package. It doesn't need DLC to, like, complete the game, which I think is what a lot of DLC does nowadays. But this game has so many more things it could explore. And I would like to see that done. And I will pay for that to be done. Yeah, they've said in the past... I can actually pull this up on stream. Hold on. Baldur's Gate 3 DLC. But it's hard to say. They've gone on record before, I'm pretty sure, to say that they're not going to do like DLC expansions, only the free patches. I'm pretty sure. Maybe we could get the Leviatar armor. We'll have to see. I'm curious what they'll add. I will do my like quick look at patch 6 video when it comes out, because I've done that a few times. By the way, what is your guys' go-to when you're going to eat fast food for the evening? This includes you too. Being British, I like a good kebab. I like to go down to my local kebab shop and get a kebab. Other than that, I don't know, Chinese food. Sometimes. I guess that's not fast food, though. If we're talking fast food, then I'm partial to... I don't know, I don't really eat fast food. I like... I guess McDonald's. It's just the bog standard. Hello, Gallon. I wouldn't mind a New Game Plus. Yes! New Game Plus would be a huge feature. But unless they're deliberately keeping that information from us, I would have thought they would have advertised it with the patch, like, announcements on Twitter and such. But they haven't. Burger, French fry. No, I like kebab. Dude, since living in Germany, I really miss fish and chips. I feel like the quality of fish and chip shops have just gone downhill. Every time I get fish and chips, it's just a like a moist mess. It's not good. Like, it's not very well. It's not crispy. And that might just be my local fish and chip place, though. That's what I'm eating right now, by the way. My favourite. So yeah. I think it has to do more with dragging all the talent back in. Contracts must be specific. That's my guess for the DLC. Right, that makes sense. And I feel like... Here's the thing, though, right? So, as much as I said, like, Baldur's Gate 3 is a complete package, like, a lot of stuff is being added in with the patches that was cut. So, why did you pause my video? Don't ever do that again. So I don't know. Would you recommend some dual wield a barbarian build? It seems like two-hand is much stronger in terms of damage. Yeah, dual wielding is really powerful in this game. You need... Okay, here's what you want. You want 2 levels of fighter for action surge and 2 weapon fighting. You want 4 levels of thief for the extra bonus action, so you can attack with your offhand twice. And you want 6 levels of barbarian for the rage. And you can pick whatever you like from that. The subclass won't matter that much. Wild magic could be really fun. No, don't say that. I'll really be getting them the first thing next time I'm home. I don't know. I mean, yeah, fish and chips can be good, especially, I guess, if you haven't had it in a while, because when I moved to Canada when I was a kid, and I was there for over a decade, there was never any good fish and chip shops, and since I've come back here, I'm like, oh, man, I might have just been, like, my nostalgia was setting my expectations too high. Anyways, we're off track by a country mile. Let's get back to this. I know we have the Boots of Uninhibited Kashigo for this build, but I want an Act 1 option. Sorry, I got completely sidetracked there. If I recall correctly, they said that the DLC that would raise the level limit would be a no-go, and indeed there isn't any cut content that will be added back in using a DLC. Right, yeah. So I think they might just be slowly adding, fixing things, adding content that was cut because of, time constraints. Like, we might see the weapons and armor that are currently inaccessible get added into the game at some point. Not all of them, because some of them were, like, early access things that got changed into new things, but some things, like, I hope for, like, the returning shield, or the combination X for, like, stuff for, like, Kratos and that. Stuff like that. Try Tiger Heart with some explosive effects like Leviathan's Mace. Yeah, that could be a good option for that dual-wielding build. To the person who asked. My apologies for forgetting your name. I mean, as far as an early game... I'll just go with the evasive shoes. I'm not too married to any particular idea. Just extra AC, especially for unarmored defense, is quite nice. I'll be honest, we're really close to finishing this build already. Yeah. None. No weapons. And then accessories would be... Let's have a look at those next. I'm back. Are we in Ilmata already? Yes! We got Leviathan done in decent time, so we're on to Ilmata. And we're about to finish Ilmata, Faye, actually. We're about to, We're just on the amulets and the rings, and then we're done. It's a shame because the, If I scroll all the way down here, yeah, there's literally Ilmata's Aid, but it's inaccessible. This is the kind of thing I want to get added back into the game, right? Because it was originally in the Defiled Temple during early access, but it was swapped for the Amulet of Misty Step, and it's not come back. Ogma Lovecraft build next? Well, we'll vote on it. I think it's fair to vote on it. Although, like I say, Necktie, because of, like, my connection to that, I might genuinely, like, really sit down and think about that in my own time, because I would kind of like to do that. Oh, maybe the Sentient Amulet makes sense for this build from, like, a story perspective? because it's literally about easing someone's suffering, right? Does that make sense? I feel like that would make sense. Maybe the periactive wound closure for necklace as well as the ring of salving. Oh, right, because, like... Well, it doesn't... I think the periact, though... That only restores... Yeah, restored to the wearer, not to others. Sentient amulet makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. Because isn't, like, the whole quest based around that? Yeah, help the cursed monk. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Are we still on Matter? Yeah, Phantom was still... Orochi was still on Ilmater, but we're about to finish. Yeah, I feel like the Sentient Amulet literally makes too much sense. And again, that's 2 side quests to add to this build, which I think is always fun. Right, Ring! Although, you would absolutely ease the guy's suffering at the end, so you'd lose the power of the amulet. So we actually need a replacement for Act 3. Don't you just get Tasha's Hideous Laughter for helping him? Yes, but this build would absolutely help him. That's the whole point. So we'll need something else to replace it with as an Act 3 option. I could see... What could I see working? Wait, the Unflinching Protector Amulet. When a nearby ally is targeted for an attack of any kind, you can use a reaction to make that attack automatically miss. Yeah. The Ground Daughter is an Ilmatari as well. Oh, okay. Under Open Hand Temple. Yeah. And then, yeah, if then in Act 3 you go with this. This makes so much sense. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Okay, cool. Now we just need rings. 7 rings in hand. Dun, 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 dun. I suppose there's any other Sonic the Hedgehog fans here, is there? Kind of my childhood, that was. I was really bad as well. I played like every Sonic game, even the bad ones. I was a very obsessed kid. I was one of those kids. The amulet that requires you to steal the Githyanki head and give it to that lady. Which amulet's that, Ilya? Oh, the... Which amulet? Oh, the Unflinching Protector one? Oh, maybe then. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Unflinching Protector... Oh, shit, you're right. I totally forgot that's what the quest was. Yeah, so no then. We absolutely would not get that, because that's not what this character would do. I'll leave it as an option for people who want to get it, but I will find something else as well. I'm still thinking Whispering Promise and Ring of Salving. Oh, yeah. Actually, you've said that. That makes total sense. Let me just get the amulets, though. Let me just get the amulet. Oh, we could do... It's a shame we don't have the Ilmater's Aid, because obviously that would be choice number 1. There's the Amulet of Restoration, just for extra casts of Healing Word and Mass Healing Word, but I feel like that might be overkill. It's an Act 1 option, though. The Pearl of Power could be interesting, because we have to do the quest to get this unlocked anyway for the Illithid power. And this would, and since we're only going to be getting up to level 3 spell slots with our cleric side of things, this could help. So Ilmater Monk would not steal the Gith Egg for it not to be indoctrinated. Your character might steal the egg because of face value. It might seem like the right thing to do. Well, I guess. I'm going to leave it as... Oh, maybe. But I think they would get the egg, but I don't think they'd give it to the woman, right? They would I think they'd go into the crash and take the egg, specifically so the egg wouldn't be destroyed. But I do not think they would give it to the woman. I don't think they would. Yeah. Esther, that was her name. Maybe if the character is gullible enough. I'm kind of going back to the old Kung Fu Master idea. And then I'm also thinking that a lot of those characters would be like, woman spotted, and then just lose all sense of wisdom. I don't know if Esther is the type of woman, but you know. Yes, I'd love a Avernus DLC, Vlad. That'd be great. Question, doesn't the owlbear or the gift kid destroy the society place after you give it to the lady? Yes, but our character would not know that. Would they? You don't need to accept her quest to get it. No, you don't. That's what I'm thinking. So I think you would just get the egg, and that would just be a character thing. I don't think you'd hand it over to the woman. You might hand it directly over to the society, maybe in Act 3, if it seemed like the right thing to do, but I don't know. There's a lot of potential character stuff there that can be explored through narrative. And I think it's down to the person, absolutely. But I think we could leave the unflinching protector amulet as an option. Someone said I think we could probably pop the old, what is it, the other amulet. Someone said the Saluna one, maybe, but again, that's kind of a Saluna thing. I'd rather save that for the Saluna build. Ah, nice. Enjoy. Have a good sleep, Vlad. Glad you could join us. I gave Esther the egg on one of my first runs, and once I got to Act 3, I was like, the consequences of my actions. They can't do Avernus as great as that would be, because if we defeat Zariel or something, we're changing the history of the universe in a way that Wizards of the Coast doesn't want to. Yeah, but just because you're going to Avernus doesn't mean you've got to kill God. This isn't Final Fantasy. Like, this is Baldur's Gate 3 is a Dungeons and Dragons game where you fight a total of 2 dragons. Like, you don't have to go for the high-level stuff. We could literally... Like, Raphael was the biggest thing we fight, and, like, that is the appropriate level. Like, if you went to Avernus, like, there's other things to do, surely. I get what you're saying. Like, but if they're not going to raise the level... In fact, do you know what I think the DLC would be? I don't think it would be an endgame thing. I think it would be accessed midway through the game. And it would be like a side venture that wraps back around to the main thing. Do you know what my kind of... like? Do you know what my thing would be? This is kind of like an off-the-wall idea. But, like, I could see you getting to Baldur's Gate, right? The city. And because there's, like, obviously it's like a port town, and there's, like, a bunch of pirates and privateers and all that stuff there. I could see it being something, like, sea-based, where you travel to maybe, like, archipelagos of various islands around Faerun. And there's, like, stuff going on, like, on the water and like that. Maybe. How lame is it if we go to Avernus and not fight Zariel, though? Everyone would be pissed. I guess so. No one said anything about killing Zariel. Shield a scorching reprisal to punish those who inflict suffering by making them miss their attacks. Although that requires a race to get shield proficiency. Yeah, I don't think... But the thing is, if we use a shield someone, we lose unarmored defense, which we don't want to do. Maybe get Karlach's heart back. Yeah. It could just be a small-scale thing. It's not about... Like, Zariel could appear in-game in the same way that, like, Vlaakith and, like, Shah and Mystra do. They're present, and you see them in-game, but they're not something you necessarily directly interact with. You just kind of have conversations with them. Could Zariel have an avatar like Merkel does? Yeah, maybe. That could work. They could do a game-long quest DLCs like they did in Divinity Original Sin, too. There's sort of a quest chain throughout the game. Yeah, maybe. I like an adventure into Avernus to save Karlach, but not necessarily beating Zariel. Zariel ain't a god. Well, I know what you mean, but it's like... I was just using that as an analogy, like, because... high stakes. Killing god, high stakes. It doesn't mean they're necessarily a god. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm gonna leave this. I think we've got everything we kind of want for this. I think the build is done. I think it's all finished. Yeah, see ya, Vlad. Anyway, yeah, you kind of came back and then... yeah, no, see you guys later. In fact, to be honest, with Ilmata being finished, we're kind of over the 3-hour thing I usually put for my streams. So I think we're done with the Ilmata build, and I think we're done with the stream. Zariel was actually a fallen angel. Oh, so like Lucifer then. It's pulled from, like, Christianity and stuff. I only just joined in. What's the build idea? I hope I pronounced this right. Baganout, thank you for joining the stream. We have built Leviathan, Lathander, and Ilmata today, and I think I'm going to wrap it up, like, pretty soon. I think I can chat for a little bit longer, because I think we're onto an interesting conversation here, but I don't know if we're going to be doing any more builds today. One more build? It takes like an hour, and I will have to be gone within the hour. That's the problem. Ogma, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but I don't have time. If you haven't looked into Zariel's story, please do. It's great. I will. I absolutely will. I'm going to be doing a lot more extended universe D&D research when I start doing videos on the actual tabletop game. Because I'm going to do build videos on D&D, not just Baldur's Gate. I'm just still working out exactly how I'm going to do that. Well, let's talk about Avernus. Okay. In fact, actually, we can just go to the Forgotten Realms wiki right now. I'm curious about Zariel now that it's been brought up. I'm going to read it. I think it would be an interesting conversation topic. How do I spell Zariel? I don't know how to spell it. I'm sure it'll come up. Zar-E-L. Zar-E-L. Ah, I see. I did it with it. I did it wrong. Zariel. There you go. Model kit for Zariel Tiefling Barbarian, and it's a picture of Karlach. Oh no. They just love ads, guys. Holy, that's what she looks like? Bro! I see the fallen angel thing now. There's video narrations of a story that do her story much better justice. Oh, I'd be interested in seeing some of those. Search for Raga Draga. It's an option of a thing we can have in the Avernus DLC. Oh, you could probably do a Zariel build, like make a fallen angel, yeah. You may literally have my firstborn for the Lovecraft build. I don't require anything like that. We could Google the lore of Zariel. Yeah, I'm kind of just looking back for chat. No, Google. No, my phone. Google, go away. Yeah, you don't understand. I wasn't talking to you. I had the pleasure of meeting her personally in a campaign. Epic. Aw, dude. I really would love to be part of like a long-running campaign. Because I currently play Call of Cthulhu with my group of friends, and I am currently DMing, but me and one of my mates, we kind of go back and forth on the DM thing, and it's so fun. We've had so many fun times. I'm currently running a campaign. I think I've mentioned it on stream before, but I'm currently running a campaign that's in Call of Cthulhu, a tabletop RPG. It's using that system, but I'm running it based on like Japanese mythology instead of the Cthulhu mythos, so like yokai and such, and it's been a super fun time. My players just had to avoid basically getting their faces ripped apart by I believe it's a it's a type of owner. It's like the woman who I forget the exact actually. Is it Kuchisaki owner? I think. Oh, I think. Which is the one? It's it's one of those, and it was a really fun thing. But anyway, that is completely off topic. Let's get back to Zariel. XP to level 3 and Wolfheart FPS both have videos discussing a story. I'd check their channels. I'd link it, but chat hates links. Yeah, I can't. If I could change that, I would. But the problem is, as soon as I okay, so on YouTube they have a thing that's like, okay, you can enable people to post links in your chat. The second I do that, the bots will appear. So I'm in a tough spot. Confirmed, Homozone is not a hag. She's got a twisted look on justice. Imagine if they added the death domain for clerics, so Kalimvor and Laduguer had access to at least one of their domains. Oh no, I get it, yeah. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, Zariel, titled the Archduchess of Avernus, and the Lord of the First was the Archdevil ruler of Avernus, who was dedicated to winning the unending blood war between devils and demons. She was originally an angel of the seven heavens before transforming into an archdevil and falling into the nine hells. Now I want to play D&D with Hobo as DM. I mean, I don't know how to run D&D. I have an idea, but I don't know how to do it. Like, properly. My thing is, if I was to run D&D, I'd be like, components for spells, Get that shit out of here, at least until the high level ones. Like, I'd play Calvin Ball with it. Does anyone know if the Great Old Ones are more powerful than the gods in D&D? Well, that's the thing, right? Because when you make so here's the thing with let's look at Great Old One Warlock versus a cleric or a paladin of a deity. Like, Great Old Ones, the actual patron, half the time doesn't even know that the warlock exists. Their power just spreads so far that it just influences others. And the same could be said about a lot of the gods, right? Yeah, Cthulhu is canon in D&D. It's literally in the description for the subclass of Great Old One. There's an option for the players in Descent into Avernus to redeem Zariel and Freya from the Hell, but that's because canon is much looser in a campaign. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Tabletop D&D is just complete freedom. And I think that's the advantage that it has over Baldur's Gate 3. Don't get me wrong, Baldur's Gate 3 is a great video game, but it is not a substitute for the tabletop experience. It's just a more accessible version of getting into it. Does that make sense? By the way, Hadar build? Yeah, could be a thing. Yeah. There's a lot to explore here. It's clear that there's a lot on Zariel. I mean, it's one of the longer pages I've seen on this wiki. But I would definitely be interested in listening to, like, an audiobook or something. Also, demons and devils are different, and she became a devil from the spilled demon blood in the Blood War. Interesting. But the whole point of the Great Old Ones is literally outside of the whole of reality and want to destroy the universe where the gods live in. Has there ever been a D&D campaign that pits the gods versus the old ones? That could be a really interesting idea for a homebrew campaign if that does not already exist. I could try and DM you a Descent into Avernus campaign if you wish. Maybe when I start doing the tabletop D&D builds and I make the Discord server for people to be able to get into groups and stuff for that, I'd be able to join in on some games if people wanted to run games in the server, or I could run games. But that wouldn't be anything consistent that I could do consistently. That's the problem. I'm just too busy. Tabletop just brings so many more things to the table. Like, I can't bribe BG3 with snacks. I can bribe a DM. Don't. My players have actually tried to bribe me before. My friends. It's really funny. The Princes of the Apocalypse-ish. Oh, okay. Is that something like that? Kind of like the Crusade of the Gods against the Grey Old Ones. I can DM to chat and hobo lol. I mean, I'll have to look into it. Like I say, I'm not ready to, like, start being like, oh yeah, I want to join, like, tabletop campaigns at the moment. I'm on my phone right now. Why are we on about demons now? Is Ilmater done? Yes, Ilmater's done. We're not doing any more builds today. We're just kind of having a final conversation about tabletop D&D sin. I'm going to end the stream probably within the next 10 minutes. Goo versus gods would literally only be in D&D endgame. Yes, but that would be fun, right? Because not a lot of campaigns actually hit those high levels. So I think being able to maybe use it as sort of a playground for that would be interesting. Or you're just regular people stuck in a world that's under this, like, conflict. I don't know. A deity build I think would be cool is a soon, I hope I pronounced that right, build, where you could use charm abilities unless you've already done something similar. Any of my, like, Archfey builds do focus on charm. Maybe take a look at those. BG3 is certainly one of the closest things to the tabletop, and if you don't have a group to play with, it may be the best alternative. Oh, absolutely, Hero. 100%. But that's, again, why I feel like I'm in a unique place where I might be able to create a space for people to come together for tabletop that are in this community and kind of are all under the same idea. Does that make sense? That's why I'm toying about with the idea of making this sort of thing. Like a Discord server where, you know, people can make build requests. There could be voice chats or text chats for, like, D&D campaigns. There can be just general discussion. People can ask for advice. People can get in contact with me a bit easier. Something like that. I think my plan for the channel is, and I'll kind of just say this because it's nothing final, but my plan is to before I do builds for tabletop D&D, I want to make a kind of guide to D&D as a Baldur's Gate 3 player video, like an introduction to the tabletop if your only experience with it was Baldur's Gate 3 before. And I'll be like, hey, if you plan on playing this game, if you want to DM it or do this, like, here's the stuff you should focus on, here's the stuff you shouldn't worry about until you're a bit more familiar with the game. Stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to be an expert in any authority, it would just be my own personal thoughts on how I would do it. And then with that video, be like, here's a Discord server where people can get together and play if they want to. That's kind of the idea. We got to keep the original Ogma slash Lovecraftian Goo Warlock build in mind. I'm so down for that. Yeah, I'm really into that idea. Soon is pronounced... Oh, Sune. Sune. Since you asked. Yeah, Sune. Thank you. There is a guy on YouTube that is called XP to Level 3. I've heard of him. I've actually seen some of his stuff. And talks about Zariel, but on a simpler scale, and is also a DM. Yeah, he kind of has transitioned into like this kind of like sketch videos, hasn't he? I've done an attempt at a Planescape Shattered Reality type D&D game, and it didn't work out very well. I was very new and very overwhelmed. Yeah, that's kind of like why, as a DM, I'm kind of glad I started with Call of Cthulhu, because it's so much lower stakes and easier to manage, because you don't have people with freaking superpowers. JP Perrin, hi, sorry I'm late. It's like 8 AM here. Will I stream next Saturday? Most likely. It'll either be Saturday or Sunday, because the stream schedule is kind of built around if I'm doing anything else on the weekend. Because tomorrow I am completely busy because I'm going to be basically running chores all day. Today was the only day I was going to be able to do it, which is why the stream was today. But if I come up next weekend and my friends are like, oh, okay, we can get together to play Call of Cthulhu, like our tabletop session, on this day, then I'll be like, okay, I'll stream the other day. So really, until I know if I'm busy or not, I can't say if the stream is going to be next Saturday or next Sunday, but it will hopefully be one of those two. I actually have the entire week off of work next week, because it's half term. I could do something middle of the week next week if people are interested in that. I also kind of want to experiment with just doing chill streams that aren't necessarily related to tabletop, but I don't know. Let us know in the community tab next stream. Yeah, how many people actually see the community tab? I know how to make it so people see the community tab, I just have to make it a poll. But that's kind of gaming the system, and I don't really want to do that all the time. I'm surprised this stream actually did really well, because like we had like nearly 80 people in here at one point, which is really good. But like, because I forgot to like actually set up a scheduled stream that people see in their subscription feeds. What's the community tab? The community tab is where you see my posts. In fact, you know what? Screw it. I can just open it up on the stream now. Yeah, let me show you. Sorry for the typing noises. So here, if you go to the channel, you can see here there's the community tab, which shows all of the, like, kind of community posts that I make. It's a bit like Facebook or Twitter. It's like being on someone's basically being on, like, someone's Facebook page, but it's on YouTube. I'm 100% down for a Hubber's own Discord server. I can even help you moderate it if you want. That'd be really kind of you, Sin. But I think I'll just find a way to get maybe, like, auto moderators or something, because I don't want to, like, put that on to people to moderate my server, because I don't feel like that's fair on other people. But yeah, like, see, I have a post here that basically is talking about a video that I was featured in that is highly edited and, like, by actual professional editing, like, by an actual professional editor, so that's stuff like that. Here is a post I made about basically January being the biggest month for the channel ever, and I do all my stream announcements here. And also just general updates and stuff. But the thing is so these will show up, like, in your subscription feed and on, like, your homepage. But for some reason, YouTube's algorithm, the Spiffing Brit made a video on it. If you include a poll, it gets way more attention. You can see it's got 16 views and 17 likes, but 641 votes on this poll, right? Just for an example. Oh, I can't see the results, but you know what I mean. Like, so, if I was to say, like, oh, we're doing this stream on the weekend, and because the one time I did this, here it is, the Companion Builds live stream or the Deity Builds live stream, that's kind of how these streams got traction, because 426 people saw this poll, and more people knew that the stream was happening. Does that make sense? Hi Brazil, love from Jamaica. Oh wow. That's cool. Oh yeah, that thing on the YouTube homepage. Yeah, so you should see my community posts in your homepage if you're subscribed. Another vote for the Discord. I was going to ask if you had one. Yeah, I just have to figure out exactly how I'm going to do it. I think everyone is wishing for a Discord server. Yeah, I'll get it done. Maybe I'll get that done for 6,000 subscribers or something because we're close. Shamelessly game the algorithm. Yeah, but... what should my next stream announcement be? Hey, I'm doing a stream next Sunday or Saturday. Are you going to, like, what's your favorite, what's better, apple or oranges? And then people vote, but then they know the stream is there. Like, it's just something dumb. Anyways, what's the time? It's time to go. That's the time. So, yeah, I'm afraid I officially have to call it here. I am definitely pushing the limit, my time limit here, for sure. But yeah, thank you all for joining. It was super, super fun today. I really enjoyed it. Apples. Oranges, 100%. Oh no, I've started some sort of something. Yeah, see you all next time, guys. Genuinely really fun stream today. Very productive. I've got 3 weeks worth of deity builds now. We'll come back next weekend. I might do another build making live stream, but since I've got some deity builds lined up now, we might just make it a build request stream or something. I'll decide as we get closer to the date. Or maybe even an honor mode stream. I don't know yet. We'll see. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Like I said, keep an eye on the community tab for any stream updates. Now, how do I end this thing? Where's the button? There's the button. Goodbye!